for coming in punctually. So we are going to carry on our third session for this week. And today we're going to talk about advanced display advertising. And for those, I believe all of you have seen me for the past 2 weeks and know me. My name is Arif Kamal and I'll be your trainer for today. Right, so I'm going to guide you through, again, the same process on preparing you, all of you here, each and every one of you here today, to sit for the advanced display exam and pass the exam as well. Right? So, how many of you here, let me see a show of hands, how many of you here feels that by me going through not only the fundamentals and the concept, briefly, without going too much in detail, but going through and showing some scenario case questions is useful? Can I see a show of hands? Show of hands? If you all feel that scenario question is not useful, I will not show any more scenario questions then. Right? So every one of you feels it's very useful, yes? Because it gives you an idea. This is kind of things or concepts that Google might ask during the exams, yeah? So I'm going to move forward with the rest. Now, can all of you download this particular link? This is the link to the slides that I'm showing you as of now. Right? So you can save it on thumb drive or email it to your own Gmail for you to have a copy of it, because this link will be removed after 12 hours. Alright, done? So I'm going to go on next. So everyone is done? Copy down this link? Alright, okay. Alright, I'm going to move on. As per normal, let me just go through some formalities here in terms of signing up for the Ignite program. This is where you access all the materials as well as study guide. Have you all downloaded the display study guide? Yes? Yes, all of you? Yeah. Excellent. So today and tomorrow we're going to talk on the advanced display, followed by the exam on Wednesday. I believe the time will be revealed to you, I think, shortly. Throughout this, I think, evening, I will get to know what's the time. Most of the time, I think, will be the same as per last week in the evening. Yes, right. So again, the display exams is 120 minutes, and you have to hit 80% to score. Study guides. So for those who need to see how, again, where you're going to take your exam, is you log into from the Ignite, you go be directed to the Google partner site. From there, you will take the exam. Now, yes, the download here, we have talked about that. Now, for those who have passed the fundamental, let me want to put a stress again on here. This is our third week together. Yeah, today is my second last day. Tomorrow will be my last day with all of you. Yes. So let me see a show of hands. Who have passed fundamental? Can I see a show of hands? Again, passed fundamental. The guy that just came in. Do you pass your fundamentals? Okay, good. Right, can you say, okay, thank you very much. So once you pass your fundamental, you need to pass your fundamental, and once you pass that, plus any of the other two exams, advanced search or advanced display. Yep, either one you pass, you will get the certification as what you seen in front of you here. Now, this is achievable. Yep, what I want to emphasize here is you all pass the 3 papers. Yep, the advanced search as well as the advanced display as well. Right, for those, there's 2 of you have not cleared the fundamentals exam. Yep, take note, tonight you're going to have a date with me. Right, tonight I will move in, maybe perhaps we finish our class about 7 plus, 7:30, we're going to sit about an hour and a half for you to retake your fundamentals. Yes? Ken? The last guy? Ken? Do you have any date tonight? Cancel it. Right? This is important. Alright, let's move forward. For those who have passed, what you will see if you log in to your Google partner site. Right? If you log into the Google partner site, you will see this little icon over here. Okay, go to the overview, click under my profile. You are able to see, for those who have passed the fundamental and the advanced search as of today, you are able to see a little star down there that indicate that you are Adwords certified. Congratulations, you have one more paper to go, which is advanced display. Yes, but it doesn't have to stop there. There are many other exams that you can take along the way, like Google Video, Google Shoppings, mobile, and even analytics. Yeah, as you can see in front there, there's a whole long list of certifications that should inspire you. Yeah, to keep on learning and upgrade yourself. Yes? Right, so how you find this profile? Go to the, you have to go to the Google partner site. Let me just log in and show you. And this is also where you retrieve back your certificates. Let me just log in. Alright, Google partner site for you guys. You have to log in through the Google Ignite program. It will link back to the Google partner site as well. Okay, so this is where the front screen looks like. Now, do you see this, my profile? You click onto my profile. Are you all following me on this? Hello? Yes? Eyes on me, please. Off the Facebook and all the YouTube. Alright? Focus on me. I just need your attention for about 2 hours plus to prepare you on this. Yeah? So this is your profile page. As you can see, once you pass your advanced cert, there's this little blue color icon that will pops up there. Yes? Once you click, it will opens up a new tab that shows you the certificate that you are able to print out. Do take note, this is only valid for how many days? 365 days. Yeah, this is about a year. After that, you have to retake again the exam. And as you can see here, there's an Adwords exam. There's many other exams that we are not going to cover all that for this program. Yeah, but just to be aware that there are many other exams that you can study to deepen up your language. Your knowledge. Right. All right. Let's move on. So before I begin, again I want to emphasize here, throughout the next 2+ hours, eyes on me, listen, ask questions, most importantly, participate. When I'm giving a couple of concepts and even scenario questions, participate with me. Avoid going to all the other social networking sites at this point of time. Yes? Yes or yes? Yes. Okay, thank you very much. So we're going to talk about the Google Display Network today, what Google Display Network is all about, followed by I'm going to dive into these specific topics on GDN, which is, we talk about the ranking on GDN, bidding types, bidding strategies, bidding types in display network, the type of ads, definitely in search, we talk on there's only one type of ads, which is the search ads, the text ads, but in GDN there's a lot of variety that you can maximize, yes, and good to dive on the tools, the tools, followed by we touch on video advertising, which is encompassing YouTube advertising as well, and we touch on mobile advertising. Yeah, this is what you're going to cover in the next 2 days or so with me, so please eyes on me. You can flip your PDF slide as I will go and orientate you, explain you slide by slide. I don't mind with that, but most importantly, focus on what I'm about to share with all of you. Are you ready? Okay, let's dive into the topic on Google Display Network. Right, number one, that GDN, Google Display Network, GDN, is also known as GDN. This is a number one ad network in the world today. Having said that, 89% of the internet users uses this particular network, for advertisers per se, And one of the reasons is because it has the expansive number of diverse websites. Now, GDNs allows you not only to get listed, putting up advertisement on big website that is, have a lot of traction, or they are big sites, but also for smaller sites. Google AdSense, whereby it allows publishers with good content. Using AdSense, publishers with good content, they can create up blogs for them to put ads on that. So for example, if you if any one of you here is going to sell fishing rods, for example, or advertise things on fishing rods, you need not go to the, big brands, to put up your display or your banners on those sites. You can choose a blogger that talks about their hobbies in fishing, and if these publishers who have great content participate in AdSense, Google are able to facilitate, using their sophisticated technology, match the ads to those relevant web pages that talks about fishing rods. So you're able to target the big sites and also the smaller sites owners as well. Right, so there's a vast of a sites that you can go in. And to simplify GDN, what is Google Display Network? Simply means that it's a non-text ads that use image, flash, videos or other technologies that appear alongside publisher content. Now, typically in search, we talk about ad tags. Just words, right? We do ad groups, we write an ad text, we advertise. We want to get visibility when someone put some keywords on the search query box. Different from GDN, we are looking at not only we can create text ads, but we also can create images, videos that we can put across websites. Image ads on website, even video ads on websites, ads mobile on website. Now we can choose what type of website using placement targeting, or you can also target by interest. Someone that have interest on fishing rod, we want to know them and advertise those products to them. You can also go into topic. We just want to advertise to people who have some focus about certain topics as well. Right? So I will go and explain on different types of GDN networks that we can go into. Right? So this page over here, do put a bookmark here on the definition of GDN. The keyword here is this. Not only uses images, flash videos, but it has to appear alongside a publisher content. Through these two things. And as I was thinking about GDN, increases your reach. And this is very, very important that you want to take note of. It increases your reach, especially when you want to create branding campaigns, to create brand awareness. It has that capabilities to facilitate, to reach that goal. Now, primarily because of two inventory that GDN has, which is number one, Google AdSense, which is publisher sites. The layman word would be like those bloggers who want to talk about certain topics, hobbies and stuff, and they participate in that program. So Google will actually, with their sophisticated technology, help them, help advertisers to match their ads to those relevant websites. Are you following me on this? That's through AdSense. And the second one is DoubleClick Ad Exchange, which is a third-party site that is also owned by Google. So these are the two inventory that Google has in GDN that makes them one of the biggest ad network available today. Yes? So for those who have done search advertising, would it be appropriate for them to also advertise on GDN? What's the benefit? Definitely they will help to increase their reach, the reach and the branding for their brands to the next level as well. Yes, it's also part of the whole strategy for us to look into. Now, how ads are targeted on GDN? I mentioned that in total there's about 4 ways. Number one is the keywords. We are targeting by keywords. Now, this is a very traditional way in GDN that it was started off with, whereby as compared to search advertising, we're also using keywords, yes, to bid on keywords, to show ads when people are searching for it. Now, difference with GDN is you're using keywords to create an ad text, and we are going to target those ads that will appear contextually related to those text ads. If those keywords are related to the website, your ads will be shown. So we are looking at the theme of keywords. For example, let me give you an example here. If words like if you look at in search, we are going to very specific keywords, long tail keywords that are very specific with the product name or the brand name. Yes, very specific long tail. As compared to that, in GDN, we are using slightly more broad type of keywords. Let's say if I want to go into fishing rods, I don't have to be explicitly targeting or researching words, specific fishing rod models, but I can just choose to target by the generic term fishing rod, and whichever sites out there contextually related to fishing rod are able to show the ads. So the keyword here is pages that contextually match the theme of your keywords. Now, second one is through placement targeting. Now, as different from keyword, placement targeting, as an advertiser, the advertisers have the choice. They choose what site they want to show their ads. Be it video, image, text. They choose what site they want to advertise. That's the primary keyword that you want to take note. As compared to keyword, it's very straightforward contextually. Placement, you pick the site and the location of the ads as well. I'm going to explain more about placement in the next few slides and what you're able to do it. The third one is on targeting with audience. Now, take note that in audience targeting, there are two types of audience targeting. First is through remarketing. Second is through the interest. Yeah, we are targeting the audience we are showing ads for people who are interested. We want to see them, we want to target those who are interested, and we use that as a channel, to target them. For example, in remarketing, those people who have visited your sites before. So these are audience, these are people, whoever they are on the World Wide Web, on the internet, they come to your site. They come to your site, they visited your site, they do a certain action on your site before, and they leave. Now these are the people, whichever they, when they leave the site, wherever they surf the web, you're going to remarket to them again, because these are audiences that have interacted with you before. That strategy is on remarketing. Second is on interest. Interest, for example, that someone who is interested in music, right? In music, he or she will surf pages, and these pages may or may not be related about music, but you're still able to target them by interest, which is the fourth one. Brings up to what we're going to talk on topic. These are pages that match your selected topics like music or culture here. Now, topics is different. You're going to show your ads to a specific topics. So those who are selling music, only when they serve music sites, music-related sites, they will see your text ads or your image ads here. Now, one key difference I want to take note, difference between targeting by interest and topics is that in interest, the user does not have to serve the web that is relevant. So they can be anywhere searching for, let's say you're targeting people who wants to subscribe to a music course, for example. Now this guy might be surfing the web and talk about fishing or other sites. So they are still able to see those ads as well. So keywords, placement, audience, and topics. Right, I'm going to explain that in a little bit detail here. On first is the contextual targeting. Now this is, we are targeting them by the theme. We are using the theme of the keywords in the ad group is used to match ads to the theme of a page of the GDN. So meaning I'm going to list down a couple of keywords, create an ad group, use GDN as a network to start advertising. Now, Google will automatically find pages that is contextually or semantically related to those set of keywords in that ad group, the same theme, somewhat similar, the same theme, and Google will show your ads. And you can also use negative keywords if your keywords are potentially not clear. For example, if I will want to target words like I'm selling coffee, right? Let's say, for example, I'm targeting keywords, I'm selling coffee, Java, coffee, and beans. So these are the keywords that I want Google to find pages, and when it seems fit, Google will automatically, whichever sites that contextually is related to these words about coffee, show my ads. Right, this is a contextual. Now, however, I do not want to show my ads when someone talk about travel related or programming related words. Like, I'm not talking about JavaScript. I'm not talking about going to travel to Indonesia, because Java can be a part of Indonesia, yes? Or I'm not even interested in programming. So these are the words that I'm going to add on as what? Negatives. So sites that I do not want to show sites that have anything to do with these kind of words. So it's very specific, contextually related to coffee. Are you clear on this? Contextually related, show my ads. Now tags, the next is the placement. Now, as I mentioned, placement, you as an advertiser will choose. You choose what site you want to advertise on. So, but take note that placement can include the entire website, a specific part of website, apps, game sites, or even video sites. Which I've shown you in front here. There are three types of placements here. Number one is the automatic placements, where you can choose set of words in the similar theme. Google will contextually, find those sites which is relevant and show your ads. But when it comes to managed placements, you pick your own sites. And the beautiful part of this is that you set bids on each different sites manually here. Yeah? And the third one is a negative. And if those are within the managed placement, if you do not want to show ads on those placement sites, again, put in as a negative placements, as you can see on the far right here. Exclude placement that don't drive the desired results, while still setting automatic placements, find new sites. Right? So this is a lot of questions will be asked on placements, so do take a note on some of these things. There's a tip here. You can also group placements, similar themes, in one similar ad group. Like contextual targeting ads, goes by themes. In managed placements as well, it's also best practice for you to group those similar keywords in the same theme. Right? Similar like in search, all of you have been exposed to. We group up keywords based by what? Products and types of services also, right? Yeah, similarly, you can apply that concept in managed placements. Audience targeting. There are two things we're talking about when it comes to audience targeting. Number one is remarketing, and number two is targeting by interest. Right? Bear in mind, in audience targeting, we are not putting words that's contextually related to show the ads. Neither we choose websites where you want to place. We don't do that. We are actually targeting the individual itself, the audience themselves. And that being said, number one, you need to look into remarketing, whereby these are users who have previously come to your site. They did something there, they do certain form of action, they visited, they might come through your advertisement or it come from organic results. When they come over, this is where you will use cookies. Once they come, you actually set cookies, you're tracking them. They go to your remarketing list. These are the lists that comes through this channel, and you're going to market to that list. So wherever they go on the internet, they will keep seeing your ads. Are you following me on this? So you're remarketing back to that audience, that similar audience who have experience engaging you or interacting on your site before. Second is the interest. You show ads to people based on the type of site they often visit. So back to the story about the coffee, for example. So this guy loves coffee. You don't target people who just love to drink coffee. Nothing to do with whatever types of coffee, but just coffee. So wherever he goes, if he was to go into, if he's interested, if he goes into a music site or a fishing site, he will keep seeing coffee advertisement, the display. Right? So you're targeting them by interest. Now, lastly is the topic targeting, which I want to emphasize. So in topic targeting, it's pretty much using keywords again, similar like contextual. You are targeting them based on topics. So meaning, if I want coffee, Google will not place the ads when users go through sites that's not related to coffee. So whichever sites I go to, Starbucks or Coffee Bean, which is related to coffee, then only Google will show the ads. You follow me? Based on topics. Now, this particular next page, how we define the success metrics in GDN. Right. The first week I mentioned to you about the GDN, display network, is very powerful in terms of creating brand awareness. Yeah, and search is at the bottom of the funnel, yes. Search is more applicable or more strategic to be used when we talk about getting direct response from the user. Yeah, so there's direct and there's brand response metrics that we can actually differentiate and look into what are the key metrics involved. Now, for direct response, we are going to go into looking at the things like cost per conversion, conversion rate, view-through conversion. View-through conversion, things like when you have an image ads, you have an impression, but the audience does not even click those ads and then they move out. Subsequently, when they come back to your site and they convert, they purchase, they sign up, that impression falls under a metric called view-through conversion. As we go along, I'm going to get familiarized some of these things as is going to be asked in the exams here. Now, when it comes to brand awareness campaign, there are two important, I would say, metrics. Number one is reach. You want to reach out as many people as possible here, and the number of times they see your ads, which is being defined as frequency. So reach and frequency is in alignment, or is part of a success metric when dealing with brand response. Are you following me so far? Yes? Hello? Right, okay, good. So let's move on, and that brings us to understand that when we're doing search and display, it's the best practice for us to separate a campaign, search being one campaign, displays being one campaign. We do not put search and display into one campaign, yes? Covered that in the first week. And then one of the reasons is that we can apply different settings on the different networks, either search or display. And most importantly, we are able to allocate budgets and control spend more tightly. That is why it's the best practice to separate campaigns. For direct response, we will go into, you can choose search. For display campaign, if you want to choose branding, you will not group it together in one campaign, but instead, it's a good way to separate them. Next is about reach and frequency. In GDN, there are a couple of reports that you want to take a look. There are some definitions that I want to get familiarized with. Number one is reach. What are reach? How many users have seen your ad? Yeah, bear that in mind. You can highlight that somewhere. Reach is being defined as how many users or viewers sees your ad. At a particular location, so on and so forth. Or it's an estimate of the number of users within a selected location based on unique cookies. Well, there is another definition that you want to think about it. More technical explanation to that. Right? So that's reach. How many people see your ads? Frequency, however, is about how many viewers have seen your ad several times. The number of times or number of impression a user or viewer sees your ad is being defined as what? Frequency. Are you following me? Reach and frequency. And there's another term here in reach and frequency that I want you to take note. It's about the term called frequency capping. Now, this is the only one of the key difference between search and display. Frequency capping is only available in GDN, in display network. You cannot apply frequency capping on search network. Why? Because by definition, frequency capping means you are limiting the number of times the same user is shown your ads on display network. So you can even set the cap, how many times a user will see your ads, even if you want to go into using remarketing or interest targeting. There is a frequency capping settings that you might want to look into. Right. Next is the site category exclusion. So these are similar like your search term report in search network. What is search term report? Anyone can remember? What is search term report? Search term report in your search campaign. Yes, you use search term report to identify opportunities. No, these are words that trigger an impression, yes. So you can use that search term report to find out new keyword opportunities or make it as a negative keyword. Now, in GDN, it has this feature called site category exclusion. You want to exclude certain things where your ads is being shown and you putting a certain parameters to prevent it from showing. For example, you will not want to show the ad below the fold. What do I mean by below the fold or above the fold? Now, this is a term that the traditional advertisers used to call. In newspaper advertising, for example, they have this above the fold and below the fold stuff. Now, on online marketing, those terms are also being labeled as above the fold means you are able to see a particular marketing message and ad at the top view without having to scroll. On the scroll, the right hand side where you can scroll. So anything that falls after you scroll is considered below the fold. Anything up is considered above the fold. So you want to set parameters using site category exclusion and says that, hey, I might not want to show my ads anything that is below the fold. So you can do that in GDN. And we use this placement report to find ideas for site categories to exclude. Now, this is a very powerful feature. It's called the placement performance report. There's a lot of questions that's going to be asked about placement performance report. Yeah, so this is where you, again, find ideas where your site is being shown. Let's say you go into interest targeting and Google starts showing your ads for those people who are interested in that particular service or product. So you want to know where Google show. How do we find out? You go to the placement report. Placement performance report to identify that, hey, these are the sites that Google is showing. And if 20% of the sites is not really targeted to your product or services, you want to exclude it. So you go back to the performance report. This screenshot, you can actually exclude those. So Google, don't show, I'm talking about music, please do not show to people that talk about beauty. It's not related. So you filter it off. Are you clear with this? That's site exclusion. And where can you do this where can you find this site category exclusion? In the placement performance report. Yeah? And in GDN, we're able to also go into language targeting. Similarly, like your search, they have language targeting, location targeting. So for example, if someone from France, he do a movie, and the whole movie is they're talking in French language. No English words or anything like that. Now, after he do this particular movie, he wants to start doing some brand awareness campaign to create awareness for that movie. So typically, he can use to show his ads only in a certain countries. For example, perhaps in the whole of France or French-speaking people, if they are able to identify where they are geographically. You can even locate them, target the users by using IP address or even the specific location. Now, in search advertising, we have, what is the tool that we use to do keyword research? What is the tool? What tool we use to do in search advertising? What tool do we use to find out the demand of people who are interested in our products? What tool do we use? Come on, keyword? Keyword planner, yes? Have confidence with that answer. Keyword planner is one of the tools that are in search advertising, whereas in display advertising, we are using the display planner. Now, display planner helps you to generate keywords as well. That is contextually related. So you use keywords, you put in keywords on display planner, and the tool will actually generate contextual related sites or topics, or interests as well as an idea for you to choose from. And from there, you're able to see the, for example, in this example over here, campaign targeting to Malaysia, and I put the keywords here. Okay, I'm targeting by interest. I put the word home appliances, which is a topic. Yes. So in display planner, it shows me the reach. What is the kind of reach? I'm able to see what is the inventory that I am able to target by device, by gender, so on and so forth. So it gives some idea on ad groups and even contents. So display planner is useful when we planning to find our audiences in GDN. So you also have us to generate the placement ideas. For example, where you want to target. Like right now, in this example, home appliances, I want to know what websites in Malaysia that the top 10 results on Google search results. The home appliances, when I type down, I want to see the top 10 results. If you have an idea, what are the top 10 results, and those sites actually participate in Google programs such as DoubleClick Ad Exchange or Google AdSense, you're able to target those sites. Target those sites to show your ads as well. So what tool do we use to do that? What is it? Display Planner. Are you all following me so far? Yes? Now a couple of tips here. So when you add new placements, you have to set bids at the ad group level, similarly like search as well, but this is on the placement targeting. Set bids at the ad group level until you get enough data to make decisions for individual placement. What it means here is this. You set an entry bid for a site that you want to target, you choose, you put your ads there. And as it matures, as you get more data, you want to filter off which is relevant, which is not relevant. Then you will individually look at the other specific placements that you can target as well. Now, in general, 2 to 3 weeks is the time, normally, for you to gauge the display ads before you make any decisions about whether it's been performing or not been performing. Now, this is one of the, I would say, questions sometimes we will ask in the exam. How long does it take for us to make decisions or making optimization when we run a display campaign? So take note, it's about 2 to 3 weeks, an estimate. Again, there are many other methodologies out there. They might need, if you have a mature account, you might need a lesser time as well, right? So 2 to 3 weeks is one of the tips here given by Google to look into. Right, next, scenario questions. Alright, scenario questions means what? Scenario questions. Alright, are you following me? So we need to pay attention on this. And the difference is this today, there will be no answers on your PDF, yes? Try your best, there's no answers there. So when I'm giving the answers here, or we discuss about what is the right answers here, you can choose to highlight in your PDF there to mark it that, hey, these are the answers that we have come to a conclusion. Why? Because I always make the mistake to have a double click and it spoils the fun. Right, come, let's participate with me on this. Couple of things I will guide you through. Alright, first question, when planning a campaign, the first thing that an advertiser should think about should be what? A, the tool available to build display ad. True or false? 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 Is it about the tool? No, man, talking about a stage on planning a campaign. What is the first thing you should think about? Is it about the tool? False? Okay, great. How about B? Tools available to optimize the campaign. True or false? C, daily budget. True, false? How about D? D, advertiser goals. So please mark it on your PDF that, okay, hey, this is what makes sense here. The goals. The goals are important, yes, before you even start choosing what kind of target options that you want to go into GDN. You start off with the goal, whether it's a direct response or the brand awareness campaign. Yes? Next question. Again, I've mentioned there will be no answers on the deck, so please participate with me on this. What is the best definition of GD, Google Display Advertising? How about A, image ads that appear? True or false? True or false? How come it's false? Because GDN have image ad, yes? Yes or not? Did I mention that in GDN you have image ads? Now how come A is false? It's not the best definition. You're right, you're right. I'm just testing you. Yeah? So have confidence. How about B? Image ads that appear on display network pages or search results. True or false? Come on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, if you participate with me, you are the one who's going to learn more from this kind of scenario questions, not me. Yes? What do you think about B? Image ads that appear on display network pages or search results. True or false? Is that how we define GDN? No, GDN is not on search results page. You will not see that. It's only meant for network page. So it's false. How about C? Non-text ads that use image, flash videos, technology appear alongside display or search results on Google homepage. Alright, so mark it on your answer sheets there. The last answer is about having all those image flash videos that appears on display network or search results on the publisher content on the website itself. Yes, you'll not be able to find it on search results. Right, take note of that. Next question, manage placements. Allow advertisers to do what? A, ability to select placement for them and set industry appropriate bids. Does that? Now, what is managed placement? Placement is you choose where you want to advertise. Yes, you do your research, you saw this potential website, it has X amount of traffic, you want to put your ads there, video, image or text. So, is A true or false? False. Okay, how about B? Bid differently for specific placements on Google Display Network. True or false? Bid differently, meaning in placements, different sites, you might want to bid different price due to your different objectives or the different landscape. How about C? Target relevant placement across entire Google Display Network based on their keyword list. C. Target relevant placement. Target relevant placement across entire GDN based on their keyword. Do you use placement do you use keywords to go into placement? What are placements? Placements, you choose the apps, the sites itself, and you advertise. So do you really use keywords? No, really, right? How about D? Exclude a specific ad unit on network page where there are multiple ad units. Well, they're very technical terms, right? But what it means here, you actually buy a certain ad, you block the whole space, to show your own ads itself. Let me give you the answer. You mark this on. The answer is B, bid differently for specific. In fact, this is the same thing written on your notes, I think on page 5 or 6, the page that talks about placement, different type of placement, the automatic, the managed, and also the negative placements. Yeah, so you're able to bid differently for specific placement on Google GDN. Okay, how about this question over here? Advertiser who sell Java coffee beans has added a keyword Java to an ad group. After 2 weeks, the advisor runs a placement performance report. So he runs that report, to see where the ad is being shown, and notices the ad is showing on websites related to JavaScript programming. What should he do? Add negative keyword. So by putting the negative keyword, his ad about Java will not be shown to sites that talk about programming. Yes? Right. Okay. So again, this is a questions that related to what I've discussed. Given an example previously to check that it has to be related. Yeah. Next question over here. An advertiser's purchasing display advertising through other ad networks and can still benefit from using AdWords display because, now bear in mind that you can actually purchase display advertising not only through Google Display Network, not only through GDN. Sometimes you can go through other third-party media owners as well, right? And there are other platforms that's quite similar like GDN that you can use to, in fact, run your display advertisement. But that being said, why should the advertiser still consider or still benefit from advertising in display? Why? Is it A, can appear multiple times on page to reinforce the message? True or false? So meaning your ads come out a few times, people keep seeing your ads because you want to emphasize certain message, true or false? That's like spamming, yes? Irritating, people will just block their mind and will not see those ads. How about B? Can fill in the gaps of niche and mass marketed sites using AdWords targeting options. True or false? True? Makes sense? You fill the gaps. Mass market sites. Or C, offer ability to infinitely loop animated image ads. True, false? Lastly, will show all ad network and will reinforce the advertiser's message. So, mark it on your answer sheet. It's not answer sheet, on your PDF slides. Yeah, these are the things that make perfect sense on the benefits. Yeah. Now, next question. Which targeting methods allow advertisers to reach people who have previously visited their website by showing them relevant ads again and again when they visit other placement on GDN? Which one? Is it A, remarketing? Okay, the definition of remarketing is you're showing your ads to people who have previously visited your sites. Yes? So, interest? No, because you're targeting them by interest. Nothing to do with whether they visit your sites or not. Placement? No, placement is being defined as you choose the sites that you want to advertise. Topic? Definitely is not. So, mark it on your PDF as well. So, no chance. You have to take note of one by one questions. Okay, I've accidentally showed. Okay, so frequency capping. What is the definition of frequency capping? Ability to specify a limit to the number of what? You're capping the frequency, the number of times you show your ads. The advertisers, they want to limit the number of times they show the ads to the user. Limit the number of what? Clicks, impression. Okay, now, between B and C, impression for all user or impression for a unique user? Okay, bear that in mind, the definition on frequency capping, you are actually defining a capping for a specific, unique user, not for all users. Yeah, unique users. So the keyword here, impression for a unique user. Next question. Why is it recommended to separate display and search? Why? A. Separate campaigns allow more accurate location. True or false? True or false? Is it because you want to have more accurate location targeting, that's why we separate search and display? Okay. B. Different campaign setting can be more effective on different network, meaning search, one setting that you want to pre-qualify, you want to insert in your target, and display also another set of different setting. B. True or false? How about C? Come on, guys, C. Lower CTR on Google display can negatively affect quality score. Or D. Higher bids required to be successful. Now, C is definitely out because in GDN, quality score is not being dependent on CTR, unlike search. I'm going to talk about that in a few slides. And not to worry for those who are now being attacked. Yeah, suddenly you are sitting down in front of me and you're being attacked by the Z monster. Don't worry, I'm going to give you a short break. After let's go through a few more slides, alright? I'm going to take a short break. I understand you have been a long day. I also have been a long day. I've been walking from quite a distance to reach here. So what is this? What's the right answer here? It's about the different campaign setting. Mark it there on your slides there. Okay, next. Which report should advertisers run to see which Google Display Network properties display their ads and view associated statistics? A. Reach and frequency. Or B. Placement performance. Or C. Ad performance. Or D. Impression. It's about if you want to view where Google or GDN shows your ads, which sites is being shown and all that stuff, you go and look into the placement performance report. That's where you can find out the list of sites where your ads is being shown. Yeah, placement, performance. Now, take note, on your notes, there's sometimes I will put a link here. Do click on this particular link and read on certain of this topic. Yeah? Alright, next. Display inventory on Google Display can come from AdSense or from where? The reason why Google Display Network, GDN, is one of the biggest ad network in the world is due to two things. Number one, it has Google AdSense as part of the network, yes? And number two is what? Is it A, right media? B? How about D? Yes? So, double-click ad exchange. Who knows, some of you might be joining double-click in the near future to be part of their technology team or advertising team. They are pretty interesting. They are growing big here in Asia. Right? Double-click ad exchange network. How about this question? Frequency capping limits the number of times. Frequency capping limits the number of times your ads do what? Appear to the same person on search network? Or B? B, right? So careful, right? In exam, sometimes you might be, you're quite in a hurry to submit the answers. You might be not aware of between the words in between. So take note, the answer is your ads will appear to the same person on the display network. To the same person, unique user. Let's take a look at this. Which of the following metrics is typically most important in measuring a direct response? What is direct response? We are talking about getting people, not for branding, it's more towards the initiative for them to making a sale or a sign up or purchase, yes? A direct response, advertisers' performance on a GDN. So which is the most important metrics here? How about clicks? Clicks, impression, conversion. Is direct response metric is about conversion or CTR? Yeah, so this is where sometimes when you come across this kind of terminologies, and these are giveaway questions, it's not difficult, it's a matter of you familiarizing the kind of metrics correlated in direct response. So some of the notes, there's this particular link, yes, at the bottom you can click. You see down here? Success metrics for direct response campaign. Yeah, I want you to take some time, go through these before the exams on Wednesday. So instead of you finding answers here, so focus into topics like that. So what is the answers given here? Oh, can't see it. How come? Right. So as you can see on the left hand side, metrics that should monitor include number one, cost per conversion, and there's this thing called conversion rate, view through, conversion. So yeah, you can actually go and read across all this stuff. So this will be a helpful link for you to take note. Okay, so what's the answer here? Yes, direct response, one of the key metrics is about getting how many number of conversions that we are able to achieve. Alright? Next question. What report is useful from using site and category exclusion? Remember, site and category is about excluding. You want to exclude certain sites from showing your ad, even though they may or may not be contextually related or relevant. So you want to filter that off. So where do we go? Yes, placement report. So mark it there. What do you all do to mark it there? Do you highlight it or you highlight it? Now advanced. Have you all do things like this where you highlight answers using highlighter in PDF, then you save it? Have you all do something like this? Do you all do it in your tutorials today? It's quite similar, right? Okay, cool. I don't have a chance to study with PDF and just highlight and you keep it as your notes. Next question here, for an advertiser focused on branding, what are the key success metrics? Branding. Branding, what is the success metric? If direct response, we're talking about conversion rates or conversion. How about branding? Yes. Ask them, ask those who got the answer. What's the answer? Yes, it's about reach and frequency. Refer back to the notes. Yes, it's about the reach and how many people saw that ad and how many times you're going to make them see those ads. So that's the frequency. So that is the success metric. So bear in mind, in GDN, it's not a lot. It's not about the CTR. It's not about how many people click. Because in most of the time in GDN, we are using a CPM bidding strategy. Cost per 1,000 impression. The advertisers will be charged for every 1,000 impression. By the way, CPM stands for what? Cost per 1,000 impression, or the technical term is cost per million. Right? Cost per million, yeah. So take note of that. Reach and frequency is one of the success metrics. Next question over here. How long should advertisers wait after creating a new display campaign before analyzing performance? Yes. So if you're able to answer this, it shows that you have been following through what I'm about to question. So a lot of this question is actually a recap of what I've shown in the deck, yes? But similarly, these are kind of questions that in a way you will face during the exams as well. Oh, there's one more. I thought that was the last. Okay. So those, okay, few more minutes. Yeah, a few more minutes. So which is the best practice advisable for when we want to optimize ad groups within placement targeted display campaign? Which one? This is a giveaway. Again, all of you should be able to answer this without even think much about that. A, ad group, target groups of placement with similar themes. True or false? You know, in exams, every question counts because you might get 79, but because of one more question you got it wrong, you failed the mark. Yes? Every question is an opportunity not to miss. Do not take it for granted, even though no matter how simple it sounds. The more simple it is, careful. Sometimes it can be a trick question. So what is this? A. How do you actually, what's the best practice optimizing ad groups within a display targeted campaign? B. Move automatic and placement into separate ad groups. C. Separate or create ad groups for each placement. Or D. Target broad collection of placement with single ad group. See, please, that's one of the reasons why with these kind of scenario questions, you can go back and read. Focus on your study guide. Read about what are the best practice on certain type of targeting options. So the answer is about, similarly, it's very basic here, ad groups, target ad groups with similar themes. So you choose where you want to show your ads. Right? You choose the site, but those words as well, you know, you can group those with similar themes. Next question. Again, question about direct response. Now you might see that not all questions dealing with just branding or GDN related. Sometimes it does touch a bit on the fundamentals of the search advertising. Yeah? A direct response advertisers would like to promote a new line of non-stick cookware that is being sold on e-commerce site. Advertisers should choose a landing page that talks about what? The entire new line of non-stick cookware, or B, C, or D. This is a giveaway question. We talk about landing page relevancy, yes? So yes, so if the guy is talking about non-stick cookware, he wants to promote a new non-stick cookware using direct response somehow. Definitely, the entire new line of non-stick cookware is the best landing page that he should choose from. Right? Okay, next. Which is the benefit of using display advertising with Google to build brand awareness? Wow, not bad, huh? You pay attention, is it? Alright, so which is the benefit of using display advertising? A, accurate forecast, consistent. C is higher. Or D, expansive network of diverse sites. Which one? So again, if you want to read benefits of building brand awareness using GDN, there's a link below there. So you focus on your reading, the value of a GDN, and then what are the things that you're able to do with it. Alright, so let's move on. Are you all marked this? Yes? So for those who have just walked in, not to worry, you're still on track. Get the information from your friends on your left and right. Next question. Ads are likely to be most contextual relevant to sites where they appear when using what? Placement? True or false? True. Again, don't get confused. Placement is the advertisers choose the website where they want to advertise. So is it about getting the most contextually relevant sites? So placement is a false, okay? I'm giving you that is a giveaway. How about B, interest? False, huh? D, is it D, remarketing? What is remarketing? You are targeting audience, yes? Previously visit your sites or done something in your site and they left. So you're going to target, show them ads. Show these people who leave the site your ads again and again and again for X amount of time using cookies, right? So it's about topic targeting. This will be, we are finding the most relevant contextually relevant sites, then you show your ads. Yeah? Topic targeting. There's a link there as well on your notes. You can click and read more about those topics. Next question here. I come to realize that questions about frequency capping is quite, in the exam sometimes they do ask a lot, a few times. You know, they try to emphasize about to advertisers this thing. So what do you think of this? Frequency capping limits the number of time. Yeah, your ads appear to the same person on the display network. Be careful not to choose the first one, which is A. That's not the right definition, yes? Now, next. Which is the unique benefit of creating a separate campaign that is only targeted to GDN? So the question is about the value of GDN. We are still in that topic. The value of Google Display Network. So what are the unique benefits? Allocate budget. Yes, allocate budget and control spend. Yeah, this is the right answer, whereby that's the reason why you want to separate campaign, search and display, because you want to allocate different budget. Yeah. Next question over here. Which builds keyword lists that can be used to show your ads relevant web pages across GDN? Is it Google Analytics? False. How about Display Campaign Optimizer? Now this is something that I have not talked about. Okay, it was definitely not used to build keyword lists. How about C, Keyword Planner? Careful, don't choose Keyword Planner. The right answer is Display Planner. You can put words, generic words like home appliances, we have shown previously, and Google will show you what kind of sites that's relevant to home appliances or where to target by interest and stuff like that. So, are you all marking that? Yeah, mark that already, yeah? Okay, cool. Okay, next question here. Which feature applies to GDN but not to Google Search Network? Which one? Is it language targeting? No? For language targeting, true or false? True or false? Can we use language targeting? So meaning language targeting, can it be used in search? Yes. In display? Yes also. So A is false. How about B, frequency capping? How about C, location? No, location, we can use location targeting in search network, yes? And in GDN, we can also use location targeting. Now, CPC bidding. We can use CPC bidding in search network. We can also use CPC bidding in Google Display Network. So, Google Display Network, you can use quite an interesting way of bidding. You can use CPC, you can use CPM, both. Later, when it comes to bidding, I'm going to talk a lot more. But this is the main differentiator. Only in GDN, we have frequency capping. right? In search advertising, we do not have frequency capping. So have you all marked that down? Yes? Right, so now, next question here. I think this is the second last question, if I can recall. Let me check, yeah, more or less. Now, next question. Jackie is an advertiser that wants to target by using both remarketing and product listing. What is the best targeting strategy for Jackie to execute this? Now, let me recall here. Remarketing is about what? You're showing your ads to people who have previously come to your site and you want to market to them. Now, product listing ads is also known as shopping campaign or shopping ads. Right? Part of your advanced search, I cover on that, product listing ads. So, if this guy, Jackie, he wants to target using both remarketing and shopping or product listing, what is the best targeting strategy? A, create one ad group. Is it one ad group? You put both display, remarketing, search, you put product listing, all one ad group? False. True or false? Okay, how about B, create two campaigns. So one display, one search. So the display go to remarketing and then the search go into shopping. True or false? Can that be done in the first place? Two campaign, one search, one display. No? Sure? Or C, create one campaign, target both display and search at the same time. Is it? Now, the right answer, I will not say the right answer here. Now, there's two possibilities here. Okay, typically an advertiser in this scenario who wants to go to remarketing and product listing, this guy, he can actually go for B or C. He can actually create one campaign, put everything together, search and display in one campaign. True? Yes? Or he can also have the choice to do a separate campaign. So one search campaign to target shopping ads and display campaign to go into remarketing. So you can choose to create two separate campaigns. So now the question again was asking what is the best targeting strategy. So I mentioned that is it one of the main benefit of us separating search and display. Why? What is the main benefit? So that we can do what? Allocate budget, different budget, yes? So in this scenario, B is the most appropriate answer here, yeah? Any questions? Okay, now let me emphasize here, the one that is going to take the exam is all of you. I've already done all, yeah? I've done all, you know, all the analytics exam and mobile and video and shopping exam, all done already. I'm waiting for next year to do one around. So, all of you sitting here today, breathing the air, you know, you are taking the exam. So, take that initiative. If you're not clear or if you think that you have the answer but you're not sure, you want to ask me, please shout it out, okay? I'm fine. Yeah? Why are you so laughing? It's funny, but it's important. In reality, you know, it is. You all are going to sit in. I'm not going to do it for you. There's 40 of you here. No way I'm going to do it for you. Alright, so I think we have a couple of questions more before we take a short run. So, this question, which is the best type of campaign for advertisers to target a set of sites they have chosen? A, true or false? B, true, false? C, true, false? Or D, category? Now, read again the question. Best type of campaign? Advertisers to target a set of specific sites they choose. They choose their own site. So remember the keyword? The advertisers choose the site. What does it mean? Yes. Next question. If a display ad appears above the fold, this means that the ad, A, can be viewed in the upper portion of a page without scrolling. Yes? Yes? Yes, it's answer. There's no trick question. Yes, it is or it is. If you have, in a way, listen to me, I've been explaining that about what is above the fold and below the fold. Above the fold is anything that available, viewable, can be seen without having to scroll on the website when it rolls up, typically in a standard screen resolution. Alright, obviously you can debate and say, hey look, my screen is 1048360 and that guy is actually 1900 by how many? I can't remember what's the bigger resolution. But as long as you take a generic one, 1048760, you know what I'm talking about? 1048 times 760, that's a basic resolution for Windows most of the time. Yeah, anything is before you have having to scroll, that is called above the fold. Alright, I told you we have just a few more slides before we take a short break. Let's take a short break. Now it's 18:20. Let's come back by 18:30. Just 1, 2. Now, okay, again, I want to emphasize those who are serving non-Google partner sites. I'm not going to say what the sites are. Please, discipline yourself, restrict yourself from going out of that, and then let's be focused here for the next couple of an hour or so for us to finish up this program. Yep. Now, welcome back everyone. From your short break, we shall continue with our next topic. We're going to talk about ranking on GDN. So, the first page. Yep, all of you have the decks, yes? The last person that joined, you already have the decks. Yeah, okay, good. So in Google Display Network, as I mentioned previously, there are different types, bidding types that we can go in and actually choose from. You can choose from the CPM bidding types, the cost per thousand impression bidding types, or the CPC bidding types, the cost per click. You can use both to compete, or we will not say you can choose both as a bidding strategy to advertise on the GDN network here. The question here is how the CPM and the CPC bids compete. So the ads with different bid types can compete for the same display network placement, assuming the advertisers wants to go into placement targeting, choosing sites where you want to advertise, and one advertiser is going to choose CPM bidding, the other advertisers using CPC bidding. So when they start to compete, how Google Display Network technology actually select which are the ones that actually been shown. Right, this is what we're going to talk about for a couple of minutes here. Yeah. So to keep things fair, when CPC and CPM ads compete for the same display network placement, the two types of ads are compared apple to apple on how much they're effectively willing to pay for that particular impression. They are competing to compete, right? They're competing which one should be shown by GDN. So simply put, what's been explained there as your notes, the CPM, with CPM, the maximum CPM bids represent how much the advertisers were willing to pay for each 1,000 impression. With a CPC ad, Google estimates how many clicks an ad might get in 1,000 impressions to get the comparison. What it means is this: if an advertiser comes in as a CPC, using a CPC bidding method, GDN will actually convert it into by converting that CPC ad into impressions. Yeah. So I'm going to show how this is being done by putting that CPM. We are going to convert that, the CPM. We convert this by CPC. So you can go by converting the CPC bids into CPM or CPM bids into CPC. As example here, Alan and Cindy advertise. Now Alan bidding by CPC. Alright, his maximum CPC is $1. CTR is 5%. So using the formula that you see on top, GDN actually converts that into the effective CPM. eCPM in short, effective CPM or CPM equivalent, which is about $50. And Cindy, she goes in and bid by CPM bidding strategy. She bid for $10, no CTR. In display network, there's no calculation for CTR. And from there, Google network, the display network will decide which has the higher bid. And in this scenario, Alan actually wins the spot. Yeah, because Alan is slightly higher than Cindy here. But it will get more interesting in reality when a single CPM competing with multiple CPC ads, because at the end of the day, Google will still have to decide in terms of the visibility, which ads they should show on that particular target placement or that particular advertising slot, right? So when this happens, we have multiple CPC, like 3 CPC ads compete against 1 CPM. So Google will convert all these 3 CPC into eCPM, as it's been defined as. It's called effective CPM. Yeah, and each of these CPC ads, Google will multiply it with the quality score. I'm going to talk about quality score on GDN network in a short while. But what you need to understand is that the CPC times, the CPC, they take in the CPC, the quality score, it will give them the effective CPM number 1. So 3 advertisers will have, Google will add on all these 3 ad groups, not the ad groups, the 3 columns, eCPM1, eCPM2, eCPM3, they will add all together. If the CPM advertisers has the higher bidding, in this instance, the CPM will actually be given the whole slot of the ad space. Yes? So previously, Alan got the spot. Why? Because Alan bid the highest when CPC is being converted to CPM. But in this case, CPM can also win the auction if, by converting the CPC and the quality score into the effective CPM. So a question might be coming up to actually question how this actually happens here, right? So it can be, so take note of this. So the individual effective CPM will be total up, and from there the eCPM of all the CPC ads is compared with the CPM of the CPM bids. So if the CPM is higher, you will block all the ad space, meaning the whole lot, it will be dominated by 1 CPM advertiser instead of the CPC. Alright? Bear with me, there's some examples later on I'm going to show to you and I'll explain to you. Yeah? Right, next is, okay, there's a thing about choosing the right campaign type to advertise your ad. Well, I will come back to this slide when we talk about the Google mobile advertisement, which is most likely will be tomorrow. I'll come back to this slide over here. There's some misalignment of slides here. So back to the previous slide, talk about the effective CPM, eCPM. So Google will convert the CPC time and the quality score and make it into eCPM. How does this quality score is being calculated in display? In search, all of you have gone through the exercise. What makes up the quality score in search network? In search advertising, what are the parameters or the components that actually influence the quality score? What are those stuff in search? Anyone can remember? Don't tell me after 2 weeks, I passed the exam, no need already. What quality score? No? Something like that. No, it's still relevant here. So what is the quality score for search advertising? What are the components? Relevancy to the ads, the CTR, and the ad extension, and one more is the landing page, yes? Landing page experience, and also the ad extension, ad formats, yes? 4 things actually. The ad extension is the latest one that is being improvised to make up that influence of the score. Whereas in display network, the quality score, well, it's not entirely relevant, I would say, directly impacted by CTR. Yeah, but in the quality score in display, it's actually being influenced by still the relevancy, but relevancy of the ads to the publisher site or to the targeted site. Meaning to say, how relevant are the ads to the sites that is being targeted or being placed. And the landing page of that advertisers plays a very important role to be determined whether it will make up a high quality score on display or not. Yes? So take note that well, Google expects an ad to perform on placement based on performance on this placement and similar placement. What it means here is that throughout the whole process, from ads to the targeted site and the landing page, it should be relevant. So in short, Google is looking into preventing advertisers who are advertising ads, image ads, when they click the landing page, it's not about what they talk about. So those kind of landing page which is not relevant with the ads will have a poor quality score. Unlike search, example here, show a summary here. The difference with using the CPC ads, we actually determine the eligibility of the ad to participate in the auction, right? In CPC, you want to get a higher ad rank. You know, CPC is one of the key element here, whereby in CPM ads, quality score, see, QS is not a factor. The quality score in display is not an overall factor. It still has some value, but it's not determined as a factor whether the ads will be shown or not. Right? So as you can see that CPC ads, they have that. They have another one is help to determine the ad rank and determine the actual CPC. So you are familiar with the left-hand side, the quality score, how it influences the CPC. But for CPM, take note that quality score is relatively in respect to the relevancy of the ads to the landing page. To the landing page. And one of the tips here is that you can group placement with similar themes together in the similar ad groups here, as what we have discussed. Some ranking scenario question, very short for ranking here, but I will want to dive into these questions. Now, which will contribute a higher quality score of a display ad? Quality score for a display ad. A, high max CPC, true, false? False, okay? Because I already mentioned, in display, quality score is not about how much you're willing to pay for a keyword, because there are many other choices or target options that you have. B, fast landing page load time. True, false? False? Okay, I will not tell the answer first. How about C, testing all image ad size. D, high number of impressions. Seriously? High number of impression. Well, number one, if you have a impression, which means you have a higher reach or frequency. Actually, you have a more reach. Reach. How frequent the ads being shown to the same user is still unknown. Yes, but at least the reach is there. Now, reach is not part of the influencing factor in quality score on display, right? Now, I mentioned quality score in display is being emphasized here. The relevancy of the ad to the landing page experience. Now, landing page has a lot of factors involved, the elements that make up a good landing page. Number one, clear call to action. Number two, the content should be relevant to the ad text or to the image text or to the video ads as well, right? But there are other factors such as how fast the landing page actually loads. If the landing page loads very slowly, that definitely affects the user experience, and indirectly it will affect the quality score for display ad. So are you all following me here? Yep, so landing page, other than the content, the call to action, the images, it also talks about how fast the page actually loads. Landing page, what is a landing page? It's a page that serves a particular objective that requires an action. Yeah? So that page, how fast it loads, will definitely influence the quality score. So mark that down and take note of that. Next question. An ad quality score on Google Display Network will affect what? Ad quality score on Display Network will affect A. Quality score of the keyword in that ad group. B. Quality score of the same ad on Google and the Google Search Network. What does that rhyme? Anything inside your mind? Does that make any sense? C. Display network partners on which the ad is eligible to show. Is that what affect the quality score? Or D. Whether the ad is eligible to enter the ad auction. I mentioned that what we want, remember the story about the 3 CPC ads compete with the CPM? So one of the things is the CPC being converted into eCPM, yes, by multiplying to the quality score. Now, the whole process, they're talking about who actually eventually get that slot. Which advertisers get that image ads or the video ads, that whole slot, and occupy that whole slot. So we are talking about which advertisers are able to enter the ad auction here. And what is this? What's the answer here? Display network partners on which ad is eligible to show. So mark that down. We are talking about the whole idea of quality score on GDN is about determining whether the ad is eligible to show. And one of the key things that I want you all to further read about quality score on GDN is to click on the following links. It's available on your notes about display network ad auction. Scroll down. How this actually works. It will tell you all these some hearts over here. But the whole idea is this. If you scroll up, now, AdWords uses an ad auction to determine which ads to show. So that's why all these calculations and competing CPM and CPC bidding is about eventually which one will be shown. Yep. Alright, let's move on to the next question here. For advertisers bidding on maximum CPC, quality score on GDN is evaluated by A. CTR. True or false? Hello? True or false? Or B. Quality score of all keywords in a campaign and all ad groups. C. Quality score of all campaigns and regional targeting. Or D. CTR of an ad and relevance of the ad and the keywords to the publisher site. Publisher site means the site that they're targeting. CTR, meaning the click-through rate of the ad relative to the keywords and the site that they target to show the ads. Which one? Mark this down. The key idea I want to emphasize here is for advertisers bidding a maximum CPC, quality score on GDN is evaluated by the whole process from CTR of an ad and the relevance of the ad to the keywords to the site that they are targeting. So there are a few components. It's not just about the click-through rate, clicks over impression. In GDN it's slightly different. We are looking at the relevancy of the, in short, the ads, with all the related themes that that cause the ad to be shown, and also respective to the landing page that they want to bring the customer to. Plays and a huge influence in determining a good quality score. Yep. Right, next let's move into bidding. Right, so pretty short on the quality score, the ranking factors in GDN, but do take note about the few conversions like eCPM and the factors that affect quality score on display. Yeah? These are the areas that you need to focus and study on that to prepare you for the exam. Alright? Don't just depend on the scenario questions, yeah? Alright, let's move on to the bidding. Right, a couple of ways to bid in GDN. We can use the traditional, what we have talked about on search advertising, is whereby we use the CPC, cost per click bidding. automatic bidding or manual bidding. But advertisers also have a choice to go into the CPM bidding, cost per thousand impression, and that is useful for branding, and it's only available for display. Now CPM, you can't do it in search network, it's only meant for display. Now the third is the conversion optimizer. Conversion optimizer, I do share a little bit on that, on the search advertising, yes. Now conversion advertisers is we are targeting what? Focusing clicks on what? When someone goes to using conversion optimizer as a bidding strategy, what are they doing? They're actually telling Google to increase or decrease their bids. You know, that actually can drive more conversions. So in short, they are actually targeting the cost per action or cost per acquisition to get more conversions here. But take note, in conversion optimizer, advertisers still pay a cost per click model. Yep, they are still paying per click in that sense, not in other ways. Couple of tips here, same thing. Okay, ignore the tip there, it's not relevant at all. Yeah, but I just want to show you the couple of things. Questions might be asked about, for branding, what are the ways to bid? So the answer would be what? CPM. So use CPM bidding model for brand awareness if you want to target display network. And questions also might come out things like in display, you know, what are the kind of bidding types available? CPC, conversion, CPM. So these are things that you want to take note of. Again, these are basic stuff, but I have to put this slide in about having the right goals here before even, and the metrics as well. Yeah, for example, what are your increased traffic? Your KPIs will be clicks and CTR, and the best bidding type will be CPC. If you go into raising brand awareness, there are some questions about, in brand awareness, what are the type of the best bid that you should actually use? CPC, CPM, or conversion optimizer and stuff like that. So take note that for brand awareness, the best bidding type is CPM, cost per thousand impression, because you want to expose your ads to as many people as possible through placement, interest, topics, or contextual targeting. Yeah, but for direct response kind of a approach, your goal is to drive a certain actions. You might want to go into looking at CPC or using conversion optimizer. Right, so this particular slide that I want to bring up and take note about the best type of bid. Some questions might be sometimes repeatedly being asked on these things. Couple of scenario questions about the way you start bidding questions here. Anna is an advertiser that wants to increase the reach and visibility. What bidding strategy is best for Anna? Sometimes you see the questions that they will ask you this kind of scenario. So you need to visualize what the true direction where this question is leading you to before even you can make that decision based on whatever I've shared. Now, this guy, Anna, this lady, Anna, wanted to increase reach and visibility. Reach and visibility, meaning she wants to what? Show her ads to as many people as possible. More reach and visibility, meaning the ads should be shown on all those sites. Yeah. So what is the bidding strategy best for Anna? Which one? A, CPV. CPV I have not talked about. It's called cost per view. It applies to video most of the time. When you view a certain number of seconds in a video, then it's going to be charged, yeah, by Google. Is it A, cost per view, true, false? B, true, false? C, now C is actually for the YouTube masthead. I'm going to talk about YouTube advertising model, cost per day, tomorrow on that. So definitely the answer is for brand awareness, which is one of the key success metrics is to get reach. CPM bidding strategy works better or work best for this scenario. Yep. Next question over here. An advertiser is using cost per 1,000 impression. Bidding wants to maximize exposure on specific set of sites that have been selected for a new campaign. Which is the best practice that this advertiser should employ when setting up a new campaign? Question is a bit long, but the keywords here that you want to understand is these advertisers using CPM and wants to maximize exposure on a specific set of sites. So let's see which settings that this advertiser should adopt. A, set bids at keyword, wrong, at ad group or campaign level. True, false? Unknown, right? Some of you will be like, okay, what's the answer? Tell me the answer. I'm not going to tell you. Alright, how about B? Choose websites that represents a variety of themes. False? False, okay. C. Set individual bids for each website selected. Or D. Create a campaign for each website. Oh, that's a lot of work. Every website, targeting 1,000 websites, 1,000 campaign. What's the answer here? Take a look at between the lines here, CPM bidding, and he wants to maximize exposure for a specific set of sites. So, what this advertiser needs to do is to set bids at the ad group or campaign level. If any one of you have other, say, hey, you know what, Arif, I don't think A is the answer, maybe C, set bids of each website, do a little bit of research on that and read on this, because at the end of the day, I might be wrong, or I purposely make it wrong, right, whichever way you feel. But the idea is, I want to understand the concept, the methodology, the deduction, in terms of how we derive the argument here, yeah? So, for this scenario, yeah, setting bids at the ad group or campaign level might be the settings or strategy that this advertiser should do. Next question here, Christina. Christina, she's an advertiser that wants to drive traffic to a site, has return on investment goals, and is already using AdWords conversion tracking. Which bidding strategy is best for Christina? Yeah. So when we talk about conversion tracking, there are a couple of things that the particular advertisers have to take note. Number one, he or she should have at least a history to start with, history of conversion history, and their main focus is on clicks. Yes, focus on conversions, but the bidding strategy is using CPC. It's quite a straightforward answer here. Not for the first two, CPV and CPD. Not for this context, yeah? Alright, let's take a look at this. Next question for an ad entering into auction for the Google Display Network. Auction. An auction on Display Network. The AdWords system will calculate the effective CPM when they are... Okay, read. This is supposed to be a question on the bidding strategy, yes? AdWords system will calculate the effective cost per 1,000 impression when they are A, both CPC and CPA ads entering the auction. B, only cost per 1,000 impression ads entering. C, only cost per click ads entering. D, any cost per click or any CPA ads entering the auction. Now, this is a typical scenario Google will ask when it comes to bidding when they want to question about how CPC and CPM ads compete. Back to the analogy, remember the story about the three guys, the three CPC ads competing with one CPM, right? So initially the CPM is coming in without knowing that there's three other guys is competing. And what happened next? The CPC bidding is being converted into effective CPM, correct? to make it in alignment with the primary CPM bidder. So in this instance, it cannot be just only CPM. If CPM and CPM comes in, it's a matter of who will get to show, to get show. You go into the QS and even there's what kind of how relevancy it would be. But not only CPC, but if you were to look at this, understand these questions here, any cost per click or CPAS. Okay, how do we actually find which is the right answer? Both CPC and CPA. So both comes in, both will be calculated. Now I have a support answer here on Google support site. Now some of the things that you might want to focus on to read more is on the cost per thousand impression bidding. Yeah, the CPM bidding. And there are a couple of new things here like a viewable CPM. Now this is just for your knowledge, understanding what is viewable CPM. It's a new type of a CPM model. Why use CPM bidding? And this is a quick comparison of CPM and CPC bidding that some scenarios. How CPM and CPC actually compete, those bids compete, when to use the bidding. So do take a look, read this. If you're not clear, good news, I'll be for the rest of the night, yeah, up to about 10 p.m. Or you can ask me tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow the question. I don't mind if you write down a piece of paper, those who are shy, like me, right? You're shy, you want to ask, you don't want to email me either, you just want to write on a piece of paper and you just send over to me. I don't mind answering those questions, yeah? No issue. So, in this scenario, the answer is about whichever comes in to compete with the CM. What? Whichever ones comes in to compete with the CPM will be calculated and changed into eCPM, yeah, in order for Google to determine which one eventually will be shown. Alright, some easier ones like this. Which bidding options is best suited for an advertiser's focusing on branding goals? What? A, true or false? False. B? B, false. C, false. D, false. Everything false. Then, who's correct? Actually, yeah. When it comes to branding goals, if you have this kind of questions, the exam questions about branding goals, bear in mind that brand awareness, you want to get reach and frequencies, that's one of the things, or user engagement, cost per thousand impression is one of the metrics that you want to look into. Or I would say the bidding options, yeah, for this kind of scenario. Another interesting one, using CPA bidding. CPA bidding, cost per action or cost per acquisition bidding. And advertisers who bid using a maximum CPA and pays by what? Now, this is in fact, this question is not relating to display, advanced display, whatever we talk about. This actually ties down back to the advanced search modules that we've gone through and the fundamentals. When we go into using CPA bidding, cost per acquisition bidding, we want to focus on conversion, yes? So Google will automatically, thank you very much, I appreciate that. Google will automatically adjust your bids, increase or decrease, for you to get the higher conversion. Chances of you getting a higher conversions, Google will actually help you to adjust, yes? But, yeah, you're talking about conversions here, but when you pay, how do you pay? Do you pay by conversions or you pay by what? By click? You will still pay by click in CPA bidding, yes? You cannot pay by conversion, you still pay by per click, but Google will automatically adjust your bid price up and down to what Google feels that will actually gives you the higher conversion, but you still pay per click, right? There are a reference there below that you can cut and paste and read a little bit about this CPA bidding. Next question. CPM bidding is the CPM bidding is only available for account that user prepay billing. True, false? B, campaign that target GDN. How about C, accounts that use US dollar only? Sometimes the questions, they give this kind of answers to make you, to distract you from what is the original intention. So it's a very simple, straightforward question, yes? It's about CPM bidding is only available for GDN. Yeah? This is also to support the one that I mentioned about the right metrics to focus on and what are the right bidding types. Read on that. Next question is over here. Which bidding option is best suited for an advertiser? Focus on direct response marketing goals. Which one? A, true, false? CPI. Okay, that's another interesting one. B, cost per click. Cost per click, direct marketing, direct response, cost per click, yes? So definitely it's cost per click. Do read up a bit of direct response bidding options there on the link below there. You can focus on that. I think this is one of the last questions over here. When advertisers who are using cost per 1,000 impression bidding click on their own display ads. Unlike search, you bid for your keywords, yes, to show your ads. If you were to click on your own ads, would Google charge you? Yes or no? Yes, definitely you have to pay for your own click, yes? Nobody will charge. Yet alone, nobody will even want to search for a keyword to see their ads being shown. Why? It will trigger unnecessary impression. So you will use the ad preview tool, correct? So now, how about display? When you have your own banner and you start to click your own banner, will Google charge you? Yes or no? Oh, this is a trick question. Yeah. So, which is the quality score is being affected or not? Let's walk through and take a look at this. A, improve for that placement because the click-through rate increase. Advertisers who are using CPM click their own display ads. Quality score will improve for that placement because the CTR increase. Definitely is true or false? True or false? Yeah, it's false. Yeah. B, it's not affected because the clicks are automatically filtered out by Google invalid click technology. True or false? False. Okay. C, improve for that placement because of the cost per 1,000 impression bid decrease. True or false? Or D, in display ads, the quality score will not be affected because CTR is not a factor with CPM bidding. True or false? Take that down, mark it down, read a bit on CPM bidding with the previous list that I've shown you, and I'm going to move on to the next, I think last question, yeah? I think so. Is it? Am I right? Wow. Quite accurate really, because I can't see how many slides I have from my screen. Okay, why I put this in green? I found this question and I graphed it. It's a bit interesting. Let's see. When competing for the same ad unit, the ad rank of the cost per 1,000 impression placement targeted ad is higher than the combined ad rank of all competing keyword targeted ads. Then what happened? A, the keyword ad will be the only ad appear. B, the keyword targeted ad will appear above the placement. C, placement targeted ad will be the only ad appear. Or D, placement targeted ad will appear above the keyword targeted ad. Sorry? Okay, remember the story about I mentioned previously? There's 3 CPC ads competing with 1 CPM. Yes? Yeah, 3 CPC ads competing to 1 CPM. And if that placement targeted CPM bidding advertisers is actually higher than the whole of the 3 CPC advertisers, what will happen? Who would take the slot? There's 3 advertisers, CPC. They will compete with the CPM, yes? CPM is 1, CPC got 3. So, in order for Google to decide which will actually take up or be shown, or how it's being arranged, how this competition happens, is that Google will actually convert all this CPC into effective CPM, correct? So, if after converting to effective CPM, it still shows that the CPM bidding advertisers still actually has the higher, the ad is higher. The ad rank is higher as compared to the 3 of them combined. What will happen? Google will take the CPM and give that whole slot, the whole entire slot, block cake, give it to the CPM bidding advertiser. So the question here, which is, the answer has already been given. So the placement targeted ad will be the only ad appear in the ad unit. So the CPC guys, their ads is not, their image ads will not be shown. Because why? The CPM placement targeted ad has a higher ad rank. Okay, do take a look at this link. Let me click on this. I found this interesting. That tests your understanding on the competition of a CPC and CPM bid. Okay, now it's taking a while. I will just move on to the next slide. And unfortunately, I can't even move to the next slide because, right, how placement and keywords work together. So we're talking about the keyword targeted ads versus the placement targeted ads. So one is CPC, one is CPM. They are competing. Take some time. It's just not many words. It's just about 725 words all in all. Go and read up. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, just a short article over here that explains how these keyword targeting ads compete with the placement targeting ads. Right? You can check out. It is 725 words. Alright, let's take a look. We have one more. Let me just touch a little bit on about ads, then we will call it a day, yes? And those I mentioned, those who need to see me at 19:30, 100 hours, and those who are now plugging earphones on the ear. Are you all hearing me? Can, huh? Excellent. Oh, you also? Earpiece? I thought the guy in front of you. Right, I can see from here, yeah? Because you have to see all the ads coming out after some time, your eyes will automatically adjust. Alright, let's jump into ad types. In search advertising, ad text is very straightforward. You just write the headline, the description, the display, and the destination URL. You click submit, they will wait for whether it's being approved or not approved, and there you go, it's live, yes? In GDN, in display advertising, is somewhat different. You have more options, yeah? So we have a text ads as being the traditional one. Number one, it's easiest to be created. Bear in mind, it's easiest to be created and has the biggest reach. And it's a best practice that any advertisers who actually participate in display advertising, even if they have display ads, do create a text version. The text ads version, because why? Not all publisher site can accommodate or actually have the capabilities to show image or videos. So have a second ads in terms of text ads, even if you have other image ads to run. So text ads is one of the easiest to do and has the widest reach. Right there, best practice, always create a text ad even though you have other ads format to increase your reach. So it's self-explanatory there. Now, next is we have the image, video, and rich media ads available in GDN. Now, bear in mind, image, video, and rich media. Now, what are rich media? Anyone of you need some clarification? Media, rich media. What does it mean? Media that is rich? No, don't come and tell me, Arif, this media, rich media, what does it mean? No, that's not what it means. It means that the media have a capabilities to engage with the audience. When you click, it can expand, fill up. If you're using over smartphone, it can expand your whole screen of your smartphone, or it can actually grow in size, or it can actually have some animation. Yeah, animations involved. So all this is considered as part of the rich media ads. Image ads are quite static. Yes, it's just a picture, some words, that's it. But rich media is a little bit more interactive. Interactive, meaning you can interact with the audience as they were to engage. So image, video, and rich media, bear in mind, it can only appear on Google Display Network. No such thing you see a rich media appearing on search. It can't be done. And you can actually create, now there are a few ways for you to do image, video, and rich media. Number one, you can work with a creative agency. They will do all these graphics, HTML5 formats type of image to do rich media, animation, and all that stuff. Or the better options, I would say one of a good option is to actually use the very own Google Ad Gallery tool. Ad Gallery tool that is available in Google Display Network and it's been given to advertisers for free for you to develop your own image, videos, or even rich media. Now these are ready-made templates with a very beautiful, I would say, ready image, or you can upload your own image as well, your words and stuff. In terms of rich media, also they have a lot of new, nice animation involved that you can select. Now when you run image ads or these rich media ads on GDN, you are not creating just one ad. Why? Because some websites, they have different types of ad formats in terms of the sizes. They have the skyscraper, they have the 250 by 250 size, yes? And then they have these bigger banners and stuff like that. So we're talking about, there are many sizes. I think if I'm not wrong, there's like about 7 to 9 different banner size. So in Ad Gallery, what you actually able to do is to create one time, just design the banner one time, the image ads one time in one platform in Ad Gallery, and the tool itself will actually automate, create that design and the words, whatever you put in, into all the different sizes. Right? That's one a good feature in Google Ad Gallery. And then from there you can decide, which one is it working properly. If not, you just adjust and launch it. Now bear in mind, this Ad Gallery was known as Google Ad Builder. It was used to be known a couple of months ago, Google Ad Builder, and this have changed. The new term is now called Ad Gallery. So bear in mind, Ad Gallery is a tool available in Google Display Network to help advertisers to what? Create their own image, videos, and even rich media ads as well. An example of how the Ad Gallery works is this. In your campaign, let's say you select display, you have your campaign already up. Now under ads, you click ads, there's this thing called plus ad. When you click this button, it opens up a new page. Google is asking you what kind of ads you want to do. Dynamic ads, the ads that actually can move around, like have some animation. Light bulb ads can expand, decrease. General purpose ads is just a very static image ads, or even video ads. So there are many types of ads that you can get at Gallery, and these are pre-built templates, that have a wide range of selection that you're able to do. Now bear in mind, on top of all these ads, if you have done, do also create the text version as well. In case the publisher is unable to show the image, at least they have the text version to show it. And one of the key reasons why Google advertisers should use the Ad Gallery is because it saves time with the pre-built templates. So if you are like me, who is not a technical savvy guy, who is not a creative guy, I'm bad with colors and all this Photoshop. I don't know how to design nice images and stuff like that. I tried to, but my arts teacher last time really told me I got no future in arts, so I can't design a good picture and stuff. So if you're like me, not to worry, in Ad Gallery there's a pre-built templates that you can start using it. And most importantly, it builds ad at scale. What does it mean? You are not doing just one size of an ad, but it helps you to, populate different sizes of all the ads in one shot, yeah? Right, a couple of things I want to emphasize again. Ad Gallery, there's a lot of questions apparently on Ad Gallery in display exam, if I can recall, yeah? Now, in one of the things about benefits of the Ad Gallery is this. There are a couple of metrics that you will not be able to get if you use third-party creative designers. Now, if you use Ad Gallery, one of the things that you can do is you can actually have a report that says that, hey, this is you can know how many people actually interact with your ads and how many of them actually clicks on your ad, where they mouse over and stuff like that. So this term called mouse over rate is being available only if you use the Ad Gallery feature in GDN. Yeah, mouse over rate, something that was one of the benefits in using Ad Gallery. So take note on that. Now this is what I mean by you do it once and you can actually have a preview of all your different banners one shot. Yep, no, it's not only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a lot, 7, 8, 9. I think 9 sizes, depending on what size. So you design it one time using Ad Gallery, and the tool itself helps you to populate all these similar design and text. But bear in mind, sometimes when you click preview to preview your ads, some of the text will not be aligned correctly. So what do? Where you have to actually make adjustment on the spot. You just click to the banner, select the size that you need to adjust, you adjust the font size and stuff like that, and then you click save. Once you click save, it will be reviewed. These banners will be reviewed by Google, whether it can be approved or disapproved. Do take note, like in search, your ad tags will also be reviewed, yes? Similarly in GDN, your ads will be reviewed, and there are some policies that you have to take note. But before I jump into that, do take note, there's a tip here. If the banner size, the words are not in a line, you don't have to, if it doesn't fit, you can make changes to it and just click save, automatically it will be resubmit to the Google guys. Now, a couple of policies here. If you design a image, let's say you want to do an image to do a booking, hotel booking. The image talks about reserve a room. And if that image, you have a picture or something like, a picture that looks like a drop-down menu that you can actually select date and type of room, for example, on the banner. But functionally, it doesn't work, meaning there's no way you click that image, there's a drop-down without doing a proper coding and stuff like that. If that does not happen, if it's just for the sake of having an image with showing that there's a drop down but it's not really workable. Now Google will not approve it. There's a couple of policies that Google wants. Number one is you need to understand that all these ads will be reviewed by real humans here. So do not mislead your customers. If you have a very, I would say like a drop down menu, if it doesn't work, remove that image and replace it by something more practical. Yeah. Now, why ad performance may decline? It happens sometimes you run advertisement for a couple of months and months. It may be due that people are seeing your ads, all blue color image, and people get sick of it, people don't click anymore, So it's good that you also can change it to other colors, like from blue change to red, and stuff like that. And one of the ways for you to measure your ad performance is to look into the reach and frequency report. It will show you in terms of the frequency and number of unique visitors or users who actually saw your ads or even engaged by clicking on it. So take note, in exams they come up questions like where do we find, what kind of reports we can actually find to look into ad performance. So the answers here is looking at the reach and frequency report. Are you following me so far? Nothing technical here, it's quite fundamental understanding, but I'm focusing on some of the things that, you know, that most of the time, what you need to understand to prepare you for the advanced display questions. Yeah. Couple of ad tips before we would, exactly 1930. Where are the guys? Alright, let me finish this, then I will talk to you. Right, couple of ad tips here. Number one is that have a compelling call to action. That's a typo there. Call to action to set correct expectation with user of what they can do when they click. So it tells them that when they click, if they were to receive a code from you, make sure that the landing page actually has the comparison of the code, or they're able to see the kind of code that you promise on, on the display ad itself. Take note on the landing page that directly relates to what your ads promote. I mentioned if your ad talks about selling coffee, people click. The landing page talks about fishing rod, a couple of things will happen. Number one, you will not get much engagement or even yet conversions from that. Number two, your quality score will be very poor because it will not be congruent. The message is not congruent. You might be even get penalized over time. Yeah, do take note that landing page have to directly relate to what your ad promotes. Now, third thing, take note of this. One of the tips here is to use colors on your display ads that reflects your brand. So for example, what is the basic corporate color for UTAR? Blue and blue, white, what else? Red, blue, white, red. So you make use of these three colors to design something, whatever you want to put in. You can use a picture of a real human, but the background, the text color, the call to action button, the URL, all these things, play around using that colors to complement your brand. Yeah, this is something that Google actually advise advertisers to do. Yeah, and lastly, is to include the visible display URL on the image ads itself. Yeah, and that's one of the key things. I do take note of a couple of tips here. You can read more if you were to Google up ad gallery and read the whole article. Yeah, which is about 725 words as well. Yeah. All right. So let's. Okay, next. Oh yeah, in GDN, there's also ad extension. You can use ad extension in GDN. Only one of the two things is the location extension, the call extension is available for GDN. In search, there's a lot more. The site reviews, the site links and all that. But in GDN, it's about location and call. Now, questions might be asked when Google says that, hey, let's say for example, you edit your ad extension. You edit your ad extension and you submit new details. So what will happen? Would your historical data be lost? Google remove all those historical data that you had previously when the moment you change or edit your ad extension? Well, the answer to that is no. Google will keep all this historical data and it will not affect your performance. Yeah. So all this data will be kept without losing it. All right. I think let's. I will finish these ad scenario questions and we will call it a day. And for some of you need to resit for the exam here. Yes. So bear with me again. Last few slides on ad gallery. Let's go. Advertisers edits ad extension. All performance statistics are lost. True or false? True or false? Yes, I've mentioned that. Just the slide below it. Best practice for building ads during gallery. What is the best practice here? Use multiple small image. Use same template. Add visible display URL. Or create text heavy ad. Which one? Which one? Okay, let's see. A, true or false? Use multiple small image. Well, I never mentioned anything or I have not read anything about Google encouraging advertisers to use small images, decorating, It's not one of the best practice. Or use the same template. No, Google allow us to use multiple templates here. But one of the key things that Google actually encourages is to add a visible display URL. Well, it's one of the best practices. Do take note on that. Next question over here. An advertiser selling airline tickets has designed an image ad with drop-down menus for departure and arrival airport location. Now, rather than programming the drop-down menu to show the actual airports, the advertiser wants to click on the ad and take the user to his or her new website. This ad will what? Disapprove? True or false? No, this guy put up this drop-down, right, about arrival and departure, but it's actually not workable. Is it going to be disapproved? True? True. How about B? Be resized on display because it lacks animation elements. True or false? Google don't have time to help you to resize and actually change your animation and stuff like that, right? C. Perform poorly on GDN because it will frustrate user. Well, it will frustrate user definitely, but this is not the kind of answers that normally we are looking at. Lastly, is perform well on display because it contains relevant information. So it's very clear here, it will be disapproved because it mimics a function the ad cannot perform. So are you clear with this kind of scenario-based questions that typically you might see during exams? Yeah. Next question: if a display ad has been disapproved, how does an advertiser submit a request for another review? What do? Your ads, for example, is disapproved. You do this drop-down menu, but it doesn't work. So you send back to your developer and say, you know what? Hey, Mr. Creative Guy, change. If you don't have that technology or you don't know how to do it, just make a simple one. So when you have done the edits, how do you do? What do you do next? Send a note to Adwords-support@google.com. That will be millions of support, you know. So I've mentioned before, it's not complete. You have to click save and save the edited ad, or I'll upload a new ad in AdWords and it will automatically be reviewed again by the Google back-end team to say whether this is approved or disapproved. Yes? Now next, why is it beneficial to include a text ad in the same ad group as in image ad when advertising on Google Display Network? A. Image ads do not perform as well on GDN. B. Okay, A. Image ads do not perform well on GDN. True or false? Is that the reason why it's beneficial to include the text ad in the same ad group? Meaning you already have image ads, but you still want to create an text ad. So is A the right answer? True or false? It's not about performing well. How about B? To ensure that one of the ad formats will win the auction. True or false? Is it because of that? Is that the reason why Google encouraged advertisers to create a text ad even though they already have image ads? No, yeah. How about C? Ensure maximum coverage as some publishers do not accept all ad formats. Yes, I mentioned about this previously when I start off to talk about the ad gallery, the benefits of text ad, and then this is some of the things that might be tested. At least, you know, these are some fundamental understanding about ad text, in the display ads as well. Next question over here. Which is the benefit of using the ad gallery to create an image ad? Benefit of using ad gallery. A. How many of you think it's A? True or false? If this kind of question comes out, it's a giveaway again. It's quite straightforward. Do not make mistakes on this. A. Is it A? Automatically adjust the image content. True or false? It's false. B. So ad gallery can automatically create image ads from existing text copy? Not really. Yeah. Or C. Extend reach of display campaign to Google search partners. It's totally out of the context because talking about search partners. But D. Choose from pre-existing design templates. Now this is some of the benefits that you have seen. There's existing template that you can actually maximize and leverage upon when you want to run a couple of image ads here. Method. Which method for evaluating performance of engagement ads created with the ad gallery? Is it A, funnel visualization report. Now, this funnel visualization report is actually inside Google Analytics, right? It's not for ad gallery. B, AdSense reports in Google Analytics. Definitely, it's totally out because nothing to do with GDN. C, transaction rate. Again, you can find this in the, it's not on ad gallery. How about D? Yeah, there are a couple of things I just want you to take note. Do read a bit about this mouse over rate. It's one of a way to measure image and video ad performance. Right, this is slightly more than 725 words because they have this drop-down menu and all that stuff. Yeah, but yeah, take a look at this. Yes, display ad mouse over. At least 1 second, you put your mouse to the display ad. You will be captured. That will be captured. That data will be captured. Only if you use ad gallery to create those images. So this is one of the benefits. Yeah, I repeat again. If someone browse on the web, saw an ad, they put their mouse on the ad, but have not yet clicked. That action can at least be recorded and be reflected back. And the only way to have that is that the advertisers use ad gallery choices of ads, yeah, to do it. Well, anyone have experience to share about this mouse over rate? There's no mouse in the first place. I'm referring to the mouse, the cursor, yeah, the cursor that goes through. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the, I think the second last one. Is it second last? Wow, seriously? Looks like we finished the same time again. Okay, never mind. It's okay. I've all the way to 10 o'clock anyway. All right, let's do this quickly. Which ad format is easiest to create? Okay, that's a giveaway. Yeah, text ads or ad text. Create and has the widest reach on GDN. So text ads is the best answer here. Best practice for creating an effective ad with the ad gallery. What's the best practice? Okay, take note of this. Use color scheme that complements your image and brand. Oh yeah, this is the link that talks everything about ad gallery. Do take note on this support link. Let me just refresh it. Yeah, there you go. Tips for creating effective display ads. Yeah, you see here? Use text, image and color scheme effectively, right? And you can read the whole story. This particular article here. Yeah. Next, advertisers create a display ad with ad gallery. The ad does not display properly for all the ad sizes and the advertisers wish to use. What should the advertisers do to ensure that the ad can be shown in all ad sizes without limiting exposure? What this guy have to do? Is it go and redesign? Or target placement only sites that accept the ads? How about C? Allow ad sizes to show? No. How about D. Create new display ads that work well. Answer is A. You do not stop there. You know, if it doesn't match, if the text is not in proportion with the display, you know, you just have to re-edit it, redesign it using the ad gallery until the content appeared properly. Then you just click save. You'll be automatically be reviewed. Now, these are basic questions. Sometimes you don't need any technical knowledge to answer it, but bear in mind, these are the questions that you can score. Remember, every question counts. Next question over here. Advertisers who have seen success on GDN with text ads wants to start using display ads for seasonal advertising campaign. The advertisers has a medium-sized creative team. Why should these advertisers consider Google Ad Gallery? So this guy got a team. So why still want to use Google Ad? They actually can do an image ad from scratch, yes? All the animations and all that stuff from scratch. So why they should use? A. Is it true? Ad Gallery will allow advertisers to create easily and change ad text. B. Standard templates with Ad Gallery ensure the ads blend into color scheme of any website. Standard template with Ad Gallery ensures that ad blend into color scheme. Standard template. But the colors we can choose actually in the ad gallery. We can actually select our colors. You want the background, you want blue background, black background, you choose. The advertisers choose. But it's a good practice to choose colors that reflects your brand. Your brand colors, yes? But for the templates, to use ads that blend into the color scheme of any website, that is not true actually. How about C? The ad gallery allows flexibility to include as much or as little as advertisement necessary. Well, sometimes if free stuff does not mean it's cheap, correct? Ad gallery is a very sophisticated tool, and it's nothing to do about the quality of what this tool are able to do. Okay, let me just put up the answer here, mark it down. Actually allow advertisers to easily create. That's why people want to go. Google encourages people to go into ad gallery to find and to do their ads instead of spending on creative teams. Next question, ad gallery shows advertisers to what? Download, edit, create, or use template to create display ads at scale. Okay, that's the point. Do take note of that. Next question, optimizing for GDN, a clear CTA or call to action in the text ad is important to what? Increase impression, improve quality score, identify the traffic, or D, set expectation for customers who are in various stages of buying cycle. Now, this is you need a little bit of understanding on a typical customer journey or consumer behavior kind of, I would say, explanations or readings here. But when it comes to CTA, the reason why we have to have a clear CTA is actually we want, it's not about impression, it's not about quality score on Google, no. Identify traffic, not really. Actually, it's about setting expectation for customers who are in various stages in the buying cycle. Okay, so I will end this here today. Alright, so welcome back everyone. We're going to get started with our next module for Advanced Display exam, to prepare you for that exam which is going to happen tomorrow. So are you ready? Yes? We have 2 more modules here before we wrap this up, and tomorrow you're going to sit for the exam. Yeah? So I'm having a high faith in all of you to do your best for the advanced display as what you have did previously for fundamentals and advanced search. So with that, let's continue with our topic for today. Google Display Network tools. Yeah, tools that you can use throughout planning your display campaign and to optimize it. Alright? So there are a couple of tools that we're going to discuss and talk, and areas that I think you should focus in to prepare you for the exam. And one of the key things is, as you can see in front here, there are tools to do auto optimization. And number one is the conversion optimizer. This is meant for search. That's search advertising. We have the conversion optimizer. If you can recall, what does conversion optimizer do? You are using that tool to optimize your what? Your bid for conversions. So Google will see that whichever the chances of those keywords to lead to an conversion, it will increase or decrease your bid. Now, in display, there is another tool which is kind of similar to what conversion optimizer does. It is called targeting optimizer. Targeting optimizer on the right hand side. Yeah. Now, bear in mind, it is used to call display campaign optimizer. There's an error there. It's not a digital campaign optimizer. It's called display campaign optimizer. Right? So now it's been called targeting optimizer. So as you can see, the requirements are still the same. In order to use these auto optimization tools, you need at least a history of a conversion that has happened for past month in 30 days. and you need to have the conversion tracking code installed. Without those, you cannot maximize or leverage upon these two to the fullest. Right, so in this targeting optimizer, now a lot of times people are confused targeting optimizer and campaign optimizer. Sorry, the conversion optimizer. Yeah, they get confused. So let me just want to emphasize or maybe clarify this. In targeting optimization tool, okay, the main difference is actually you can set the bids and use the tool to find new placement, something that campaign optimizer will not be able to do. So in targeting optimization, you can use this tool not only to adjust the bid to achieve a certain conversion, but the tool can also automate, automatically find placements, sites that they feel that, hey, this is a site that you should place your ads, your image ads, so that you can achieve the desired conversion. So how you go about setting it up is on the campaign setting of the targeting optimization. You will set your target CPA, and using this tool, you will automatically find the best placement to place the ads there to achieve your target goals. Right, so take note of the highlighted point there. Number 2, set the target CPA and display the campaign optimizer automatically finds the best placement at the right price to boost conversion here. Now, the other thing is the conversion tracking tool available in display campaign. In the display network. And it works similarly. In search, we use conversion tracking to track what? Track conversions, yes? Yeah, you need to install a snippet of code HTML on the thank you page. And similarly in display, you are able to apply it in the display network. Now, one of the key unique features in conversion tracking tool in Google Display Network is the search funnels. That search funnel is one of the unique features available in conversion tracking. And inside these search funnels, there's this thing called the view through conversions, VTC in short. What is view through conversion? For example, if a user are browsing on the web, they saw your ad. Okay, they saw your ad when you're browsing, and they decide not to click. Yeah, they decide not to click, and but they saw your ad. So if they were to come back to your company, if they go to log in directly to the company page and make a purchase, successfully make a purchase, the ad that was being shown will be recorded as a view through conversion. So it stated that because this user saw this ad and eventually come back to the site, make the purchase, this is assisting the buying cycle of that particular user. So any ads by impression, we've have ads that have impression and it is being displayed and the user is not clicking on those ads, but again that user browse or directly go to the website and purchase, those ads will be recorded as VTC. Assisted conversions, similarly in advanced display we talk about assisted conversions, is available in search funnels, is to look at the clicks or the words, or in this case is the sites that actually assist the consumer or the user that eventually make a purchase. So assisted conversion and view through conversions will be asked, normally in the topics on conversion tracking. There will also be some questions talk about analytics columns in report. As you can see here, what Google Analytics, this is on Google Analytics. How many of you here have logged in, set up an account with Google Analytics? None? Right? This is a good tool to complement any of the advertising that you are doing in terms of understanding how we measure the impact of those advertisements. Analytics can have the capabilities, features to help that, such as if you want to look at what are the bounce rate, page per visit, average visit duration, or even percentage of new visit. All this information can be found in Google Analytics. So GA, or Google Analytics in short, is also one of the tools available in Search Network. You are able to see, maybe perhaps you want to know how many people who click those ads, how long they spend on their site. So all this will be recorded in Google Analytics. There might be a question, might be testing you on some things. Bounce rate, what is bounce rate? Bounce rates are the sessions in which the person left your site without interacting with a page. Your landing page, people come through the ads that you are doing. They come to your site. When they come to your site and they immediately leave, comes and leave, that is a bounce. So a landing page with a bounce rate typically like 90%. What does it mean? Let's say in the report it shows bounce rate 90%. What it means is every 10 people that comes to the site or to that landing page immediately leaves. And one of the key reasons why people leave is maybe due to you do not have a compelling text copywriting. The copy of the text is not compelling enough. You don't have a good call to action. Your offer and what you offer and what is written on your ads is not congruent. So this might all influence the behavior of the user, right? So take note a couple of these key metrics in GA that you're able to see. Placement performance report. Let me want to recall, what do you mean by placement performance? Placement targeting. Can any one of you define what is placement targeting? Placement targeting? Let me just to recap. Definition of placement targeting is the user actually choose the site, the ad, the place where they want to show the image ads. Unlike contextual or interest or topics or even remarketing, placement, it gives the control to the user to decide where they want to place the ads. So this is a report. Yeah, that in most of the advanced display exam, there's a lot of questions coming on placement, performance report, and just bear in mind that the questions are not very difficult. It's a matter of you to understand how to use this report to relate a couple of insights. So pretty much in placement performance report, you are able to see. That report will show you where your image ads, which site is being shown. So the URL of the site that show your ads, that will be recorded and will be reported there. Yeah, where the customers find your site will be recorded there. And in terms of conversion that took place on those sites that you were to place the ads, it will be recorded there as well. Yeah, and you also can make use of these sites, yeah, for your managed placements or to exclude certain sites that you find that might not be relevant. So the image ads might appear to sites that is not relevant and you want to exclude it, something similar like the negative keywords on search. So you can use placement report to find those sites, whichever is not relevant, you can exclude it. Everybody on the same page with me? Yes? Right? Okay, so this is one of the key features on placement performance report. Ad scheduling, something not new. All of you have heard about ad scheduling. Is that it's a tool available not only in display, search as well, in terms of we are able to prioritize. You know, if we able to see the behavior of our user or our consumer, you know, at which time they actually engage our ads the most. So if, for example, you are running a call center, you know what's a call center? You know, telemarketers and stuff like that. And let's say, for example, you close your call center at 5 p.m. So you might want to use ad scheduling, you know, to disable. Do not show your ads after 5 p.m. So you only activate it back the next day at 9 a.m. So you can use ad scheduling to adjust the bit to show or not to show your image ads. Are we clear on this? Yes, ad scheduling. So that is some questions might be tested on that. let's go into the scenario questions again, and from there, we will discuss at length in terms of the applications of the tools. Yes? So, eyes on me, and once I reveal, when we discuss the answer, please take note of some of the points there. Alright, first question. When reviewing her display campaign, Gina sees that there are spikes in traffic to her site. So for some of you who are not familiar with terms like this, what it means here, when they mention there are spikes in traffic, what it means? What does it mean? There is an increase or there's a jump in the number of traffic on weekdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. With this data that Gina is able to capture and find, which would help optimize her campaign? A, ad rotation. Okay, it's pretty forward, yeah? Ad scheduling. Excellent, mark that down. Now, next question. Which tool works best to help advertisers automatically find and bid on relevant placement? A tool that helps advertisers automatically not only bid, but find placement where to put in the site for you, where to put in, the ads for you. Which tool? Keyword planner? True, false? False, alright. B, targeting optimization? True? Yes, true. So targeting optimization does that. It does not only help you to increase or decrease the bid, adjust the bid, but it also help you to find placements where you can place your ads to further optimize your campaign. Now, C is conversion optimizer. Now take note that conversion optimizer does also help you in a way, to adjust the bid, for words that are most likely going to achieve conversion. But conversion optimizer does not find sites. They don't have that features to help advertisers. Only targeting optimization tool, will help display advertisers to find those placements. And display planner is obviously about your research to find what targeting options that is best for you to choose for your targeted campaign to achieve your goals. Alright, next question. In order to use the conversion optimizer, an advertiser must what? A, be using CPC bidding. True or false? B, must be opted into YouTube. False. Okay. C, must be opted into Google search. False? False. Or D, be using CPM bidding. Now let's recall when we have questions like this. Now the purpose of questions like this is that they are telling you that, hey, you are using conversion optimizer. What is the typical bidding strategy advertisers normally use? Right? So, if we can recall questions on advanced search, when an advertiser wants to go and use conversion optimizer, their main focus is on what? Conversions or clicks? Conversion. So, the tool itself will help the advertisers to increase or decrease the bids, based on words that are most likely going to convert. So, per click. So, what type of bidding are we talking about here? CPM or CPC? CPC, yes? So in conversion optimizer, we are actually using a CPC bidding. This is how you narrow down to find the right answer here. Alright, next question. Which automatically optimize both targeting and bidding based on conversion history to find additional conversion for display network? So the keyword here that you might want to look into is automatically optimize both targeting and bidding. Targeting and bidding at the same time. Which tool do we use in display network? Is it A, ad preview tool? True, false? Yes, that is nothing to do with targeting and bidding. Yes, that's to show your ads, to see where your ads appear, in which country, in which kind of context as well. How about B, display planner? Do you use that? True, false? False, yeah. And how about C? Aggressive targeting, which is also used to known as display campaign optimizer. Can you use that to adjust bid and even target placement automatically? Yes? So that is the answer that we are looking for. How about GA, Google Analytics? Can you use that tool for targeting and bidding? No. Google Analytics is a tool to collect data, behavior, interaction that happens on your website, so that you can turn those data into business insights for more for you to analyze what works and what don't. Yeah, so that's a main tool of Google Analytics. Right. So aggressive targeting is one of the key things. Now, there's a link here that you should actually read. Since the new term targeting optimization is being called, they have changed the term display campaign optimizer. Google have had a new information here about display targeting optimization tool. Now, is this tool the type of targeting optimization that is conservative and aggressive? Both is actually falls under the initial tool called display campaign optimizer. So this is the difference between the conservative and the aggressive. Do read on that for your understanding. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Next question. Which allows advertisers to see which sites refer visitors with the most time spent on site? Google Analytics. You use Google Analytics to understand the behavior or the interaction of your website. So time spent on site is a behavior. Right? If the questions were to come and people, the exam will ask you, sites that actually recorded what they call that, the behavior, like say the bounce rate of a site. Still, you use Google Analytics, yeah, to find out the insights, more insights on that. Yep. So note that down. We're going to move on to the next one. And advertisers who already has AdWords conversion tracking installed or enabled wants to optimize a campaign that contains display ad. In order to identify the website they are generating sales, the advertiser should review what? A, average CPC. True or false? Do you look at average CPC? Let's take a look at the next one. The site search reports with GA. Now read again the questions when they ask things about, in this context, this guy already installed AdWords conversion tracking. So he wants to optimize the campaign for display ads. So, and then the objective is he wants to identify the website, which one actually have the better or higher conversions. Yes, generating sales means conversion, right? So ideally, yeah, we are looking at C, right? The conversions column of the placement performance report. This is where we look at that placement performance report to see what site our ads is getting shown and what is the conversion. Does it happen and which sites it happened? So this is a column that you should look into. And there's this link again. Let me just check and make sure this link actually works to talk about the column. So take a look at here. Use column to find specific performance data. You see here, under common columns, attributes, performance, conversion, and call details column. So this is things that you might want to read a little bit about conversion columns that is available. These are considered quite common Even search advertising has it, display as well also have it. But take note, in display, we go to the placement performance report to view this data. All right, next question here. Advertisers using the GDN can use the reporting table in placements sections of the display tab to determine what? A, IP address. True or false? Do you go to placement section? False. Okay. B, site URL where users have seen the ad. Yeah, as you can see that all this scenario-based question is actually a typical recall about those things that I've already shown. Right? So to ensure that the kind of questions that might be in a way being asked, with respect to the concepts that I've talked about. Yeah, so take note of things that what you can see in the placement report in GDN. Right, next question. An advertiser notices that a display campaign is receiving a large number of conversion at certain times and days of the week. Which feature would help this advertiser maximize the number of conversion received at the campaign's current budget? What's the answer? Yeah, the question is pretty long, right? But actually what it actually asked was they want to see the number of conversion happens in times of the week or days in the week. So as scheduling, yeah, quite straightforward here. Next question. View-through conversions are only available to what? A, advertisers that have implemented conversion optimizer. True or false? True. True. Is it true? B, advertisers that have implemented conversion tracking. True or false? Can be confusing, yes, but read between the lines, take a look. Let's go back to the definition of view-through conversions. View-through conversion, what does it mean? How do we reward ads recorded as a view-through conversion? Whenever the ads have an impression, meaning it is being shown when a user are browsing the web. Yeah, but the user did not actually click onto the ad to make a particular purchase, but instead that user still continues browsing but remembers that ad, go directly to that company URL or the product page and straight away purchase it. So that ad that actually influenced the user in making a purchase is being recorded as a view-through conversion. But take note, before even you can implement view-through conversion, you need to have something installed. What is that thing? Conversion tracking. Yes, conversion tracking. Conversion optimizer is not something that you have to install here. Yeah. So conversion tracking is the right answers to this question. All right, let's go to the next question here. A direct response advertiser is primarily interested in generating conversions from a display campaign. To get the best return on investment, this advertiser should use what? Ad scheduling. True or false? Now, take note that the question is asking about a direct response advertisers, meaning they are interested in sales or branding. Sales. Direct response. They are not interested about doing a branding campaign. Yeah, refer to the earlier notes that you have yesterday. Okay, I've explained that. So, which is the, I would say, things that most closely related to this question. So this guy is interested, direct response advertisers interested in generating conversion from display. Is it A, ad scheduling? True or false? False. Definitely it's a no-go. How about B, cost per day? False, yeah? Cost per day is not meant for this type of strategy or business model here, yeah? How about C, conversion optimizer? Conversion optimizer. Right, congratulations, it shows you all understand here. So conversion optimizer is a tool that direct response advertisers or any advertisers whose main focus is to achieve more conversion. So he or she will actually set the CPA that they want to achieve more conversions, and this tool will automatically adjust the bid, right, based on the likelihood the advertisers is going to receive a conversion. Yep. So this is the answer. Next question. Which feature would help advertisers determine if a click they are receiving on GDN are valuable? A. Position preference. B. IP exclusion. C. Conversion tracking. D. Keyword diagnosis. Let me see. Features that could help advertisers determine if the clicks they are receiving on GDN are valuable. Which one? C. Conversion tracking. Anyone else? Any other answers here? A. Position preference. Okay. The answer is conversion tracking. You can use that feature to determine if the clicks they are receiving on GN are valuable. Okay, let me see. Now, in conversion tracking, there is also assisted clicks. Am I right? So this is where you're able to see which clicks on those ads eventually lead to the final purchase by that particular user. Yeah, so this is a reverse question talking about conversion tracking. All right, last question here, which is quite a bit long here. User who's browsing the internet sees the display ad for laptop computers on a Google Display Network site, but does not click on the ad. He saw the ad, but he does not click. 2 weeks later, the user is interested in buying a laptop computer and decided to visit the site from the ad. Meaning he recalls the brand, yeah, that he has seen over the display ads. Yes. Then he remembered that brand is quite prominent, so he decided to perform a Google search and goes directly to the site, purchase the laptop. Implementing view-through conversion will help in terms of what? A. Track IP address. True or false? True or false? Doesn't make any sense, yeah? IP address got nothing to do to measure purchases here. How about B? Measure the number of conversions that are associated with ad impressions. True or false? True or false? Or clueless? How many of you say true? True? False? How many of you will never raise your hand no matter what question I ask? See, this is something you all have to trade yourself out. Okay. Unsure? Okay, let's go down to the next option. Track the number of users who saw the ad but did not convert. True or false? Track the number of users who saw the ad but did not convert. Track number of users who saw the ad but did not convert. Okay, how about D? Measure the number of potential clicks. True or false? False. Okay. Who said C? Track the number of users who saw the ad but did not convert. Okay, what's your explanation? Yeah, you have to explain what? Why you feel that C is correct. Track the number of users who saw the ad but did not convert. Let me re-emphasize again, or recap the question here. A user browsed the internet, saw an ad about laptop computers. Let me put a brand to it, perhaps a Dell computers that is offering the latest Windows 10. Windows 10 really out, right? Windows 10, right? And offering 16 gig RAM and 1 terabyte memory SSD, for example, at a very affordable entry price. So he remembered the brand is Dell. So he closed the website due to, he have something to attend to. 2 weeks later, he comes back. He remembered that Dell is offering that particular laptop model. So he performed a search. He saw the Dell site. Actually, when you do a search, he saw that latest range of laptop computers and eventually this user purchase. So far, you all are following me with the scenario here? Yes? Now, the question is asking, by implementing view-through conversion, what would we, as so-called the analysts here, are able to derive? Okay? Can we track the number of users who saw the ads but did not convert? Yes or no? Yes, the answer is correct. Yes, the answer is C. Track the number of users who saw the ad but did not convert, right? So this is a question that you need to read again and again to understand where it's heading to, and some of you might choose the wrong answer, such as this one. Yeah, so it's not about measuring the number of conversions that are associated with the ad impression. So take note that the answer is a C. Yeah, track the number of users saw the ads but did not convert. That's the reason why you want to implement view-through conversions. Alright? Right, let's go to the last module here, AdWords for video. Right, this is the last module that I'm going to talk on. We're going to cover about YouTube advertising. How many of you here watch YouTube? Okay, let me rephrase the question. How many of you here have not watched YouTube, any videos there before? Right? So, a lot of things has happened, yes, since 2007 and today. There's a lot of different features that YouTube today is offering, correct or not? And I've realized every single one of you have seen the difference. Yes or no? Do you see a lot of ads happening there? Yes, so what we're going to talk about now is what's happening at the back end. From the advertiser's perspective, what can we do with YouTube? Right? And this is something that I want to talk about. AdWords for video. So let's begin here. What is AdWords for video? What it means is that we can place video ads on YouTube and GDN, Google Display Network, which means to say with the AdSense program, the inventory with AdSense and the double-click ad exchange is also part of the GDN, correct? So it's not only limited to YouTube. You can actually use AdWords for video to all the other GDN sites outside YouTube. So bear that in mind, it's not just for YouTube alone, yeah? And it is also a part of the TrueView family ads. TrueView family ads. And what is this? I will explain a little bit more about what is TrueView family ads in a short while. But one of the key things that I want to take note is that with TrueView, Google has come out with a certain technologies in a way to only asking the advertisers to pay when the users decide to watch the video. So on YouTube, you all have seen YouTube. There's this sometimes ads that comes out before even you're able to watch. There's this video that says skip after 5 seconds. True? So you all are impatient, you wait for 5 seconds, and immediately what do? Do you click skip? So when you click skip, how many of you click skip? Can I see a show of hands? Let's be honest to yourself, right? This is not really a technical thing. Yeah, thank you very much. So you click skip. The moment you click skip, what are you telling to Google, telling YouTube? Are you interested or not interested? Not interested, yes? So when you skip click, you're not interested. Now, in Google will not charge the advertisers who is putting up those videos, because why? The user are not interested to watch the video. Only when the users actually allow that 5 seconds to pass and actually watch at least 30 seconds, yeah, or to the end, 30 seconds to the end, then only then YouTube will charge the advertisers, or in this case, Google Display Network will charge the advertisers for that view, which leads us to the pricing model of the TrueView family ads. So I'm going to introduce to you a term called CPV, cost per view. So Google has this, unlike in search we have CPC, yes? And then in display we have CPM, cost per 1,000 impression or cost per click. So, but in video, in Adwords for video, there's a term, it's been called CPV, cost per view. What it means here again, I want to recap. It means that Google is only charging advertisers for the what? If only the user decides to watch that particular video, at least 30 seconds or more to the end. Yeah? So I want you to take note also, if for example, if you want to display image ads, display image ads on YouTube, do you go to Adwords for video? Do take note, you don't have to. If you want to display ads on YouTube, you can use GDN and use the manage placement to select YouTube. Yeah, select YouTube and you want to put all your display ads on and select which YouTube channel you want to place your image ads. Take note, in YouTube, it's not only necessary you're putting video ads. You can also put image ads, yes? So we're talking about GDN now. It's no longer about the search network where there's only text. In GDN, the format is slightly wider, right? We have text ads, we have video ads, we have rich media ads as well. So if you want to place rich media ads and image ads on YouTube, you just need to go to GDN network in Google AdWords, the display advertising network, select the placement, place your ads on those sites. Are you clear on this? But if you want to put videos on YouTube, then only then you go to Adwords for video to put up your video there. Everyone clear about CPV? Alright, so a quick overview here, yeah, just to share a little bit background about where YouTube is today. It's quite an interesting topic, unlike our typical academic topics, yes. Now we're dealing with YouTube. Now we understand that which is the #1 search engine in the world today? Anyone? How many of you here use Google? Can I see a show of hands? Google? Okay, thank you very much. How many of you use a Baidu? Baidu? None? Okay. How about the other one? Bing? Microsoft Bing? Right. Yahoo sometimes. But it's getting lesser traction, yes, as of today. And do take note, we used to be Google as #1. Yahoo is #2. #3 is Bing, yes. But today things have changed a lot. Just not long ago, a couple of years back, YouTube today is the world's second largest search engine. You hear me right. I say it as a search engine. So YouTube, the algorithm behind YouTube is actually to behave like a search engine. People go there and search. Search for what? Search for anything, not only video, they search for something different. Now, take note that the behavior in video, when you search, it's different. The behavior, yeah, in video, the search behavior is different when the same user, do a search on search network. When people go to video engine like YouTube, they actually search for things like, it's a bit broader than search terms, which is very specific. You put in the model, brand name, yes, but on video, you are going a little bit more generic. You will put words like celebrities, you use emotions, you type words like funny, horror, fun. So you are more descriptive in terms of expressing your interest. So it's a bit more generic here. So do take note, if there's questions being asked here, in terms of the search behavior of a particular consumer, when he or she is doing a search on Google versus doing a search on video, yeah, whether it's same or not, you know, the answer to that is the behavior is different. It's not the same. Are you clear on that? Yes. And primarily why advertisers use YouTube as a channel here, because they want to engage, yeah, the audience, the target consumers using sound and motion. Drill that in, sound and motion. But that's one of the primary reasons why advertisers use that. Yeah, something that users can see. Right, and in YouTube, there's this homepage, not only the homepage, the page that actually has the whole collection or the summary on YouTube, the main page. This is called the watch pages. Now, watch pages is where the most ad impressions are. The most of the number of ads is being shown on the watch pages. Right, take note, in YouTube, if they were to ask questions like, where do we target our ads to get the most number of impression? Yeah, it is the YouTube watch pages where you actually select what you want to watch. Yeah, it's just by default, you know. Or you even select channels and stuff like that. They have watch pages as well. Alright, YouTube. How about the another engine, Red Nano? Anyone of you have heard about Red Nano? Red Nano. When talking about search engines, you must understand one thing. Different country will have a different behavior. Yes? What is the engine that being used in Korea, for example? Korea, South Korean. Anyone of you from Korea, like me? See, to watch whether you're paying attention or not. I can be, you know, right? Korea. Now, in Korea, if you go there in South Korea, North Korea, I don't know, but in South Korea, literally, if you go there, yeah, I once went there and asked them, what engines you guys use? And they told me, I asked them, do you guys use Google? Then they look at me, they speak in a foreign language that I have to decode, you know. So I realized that, hey, they told me we use an engine called Never. Never. So I said, Never? You mean you never use a search engine? No. Our engine called Never. N-A-V-E-R. So that is a search engine in Korea that they has. And most of the people there are using Never. Yeah, you don't trust me? You can Google it. Google Never. Yeah, not right now. After my class, thank you very much. Alright, just for your information, yes? Again, there are many other things, but I want to understand that engines behave, you know, there is an artificial intelligence underneath it. It's a set of program here. It will grow, so you become more intelligent when more and more people are using it. So any search engine that, if they want to mature that engine, you need to get people to start to search. All these words is being captured, and we are teaching the engines to become more smarter. That's a term that they call it, artificial intelligence. To make that smarter. That's a little bit of information for your understanding, yes? So do read up about the revolutions of engines, yeah? I used to use Alta Vista in the past. Yeah, Alta Vista. Anyone of you heard about Alta Vista? Gosh, where have you been? Alta Vista is just about, 15 years back, right? 15 years back, this Alta Vista was quite popular. Then it evolved a lot before Google took over in 2004. Right, let's move forward on the next point here. YouTube homepage. Now, there's this thing called YouTube. On YouTube homepage, there's this huge image. Yeah, it can be a rich media, it can be an image ads. Now, that image on YouTube homepage is what Google calls it as the YouTube masthead. Masthead, yeah? That's the term that they call that. Now, this particular masthead is a premium because your ads is being shown on the homepage itself above all the other videos. Right, so it's a very premium area. And one thing you might have to take note about YouTube homepage masthead is that the way to purchase or buy this particular space is you are not going through the normal route. Yep. This particular ad, the price is based on cost per day, CPD in short. Take note, I've talked about CPV, cost per view, but in terms of the image on YouTube homepage, it's being priced as what? CPD, cost per day. And it's a fixed price, and it's a daily cost here. Right? Now, in order to purchase this space and put up your image ads, you won't be going through the normal route as what you do on GDN, whereby you go to placement, or you can select your targeting options, be it contextual, interest. You don't go through that. The only way for you to get your ads up here on YouTube homepage is you have to contact your own Google rep, your Google representative, whoever that, okay, once you have your Google account, you manage your account, indirectly you are being assigned a Google representative that you might be able to reach out to in case you need help, like invalid clicks and all the other types of complications here. Now you have to contact them, and they will link you up with the YouTube homepage must-hate media buyers here in Google, and they will tell you the price of that piece of ad. Now this is being decided by location as well, depending, and the price is not fixed. Based on your location, the Google rep will update you what is the price is going to be like. So it's pretty premium. It's not as cheap as in normal typical image ads. Yeah. Okay, so what is the name of this image on YouTube homepage? What is it called? Must hate. How you must hate? Must hate this thing. You know, sounds very, comes in many meanings, depending who you ask. Yeah. Must hate. That's how the guys pronounce it. Yeah, I don't know. It's a Google terminologies. Yeah. Must hate. You can Google that up. So take note about those whole thing. Now. And one of the key things I want you to know is that this image over here, you only can able to purchase it through reservation basis. I will talk a little bit more about what is reservation basis. You know, meaning you have to reserve that spot, that slot, in order for you to get that impression, that space. Yeah, I'll talk about that on the next slide, which is here. Now, talk about this. What is this reservation? What it means is about buying impression at a fixed cost that varies by placement and country. So in short, in YouTube masthead, for example, different country will have a different price per day for your ads to be purchasing. So you're actually buying impression. So you are putting in a price, a guaranteed impression here for X amount of days. Or based on X amount of impression, yeah, and it's at a fixed cost. Now this is excellent for branding. Why? Because your ad is actually having the highest, I would say, premium area on YouTube, where a lot of people actually start off their video searches from that particular page. Right? It's like you go to a restaurant and you say that, hey, I want to book this whole room for my family. I got 4 families coming down tonight. I make a reservation, right, tonight. So the restaurant managers will actually sit down with you and discuss, hey, you know, for the whole room, it will cost you this much. Yes? Is that how reservation works here? Correct? Hello? It's the same everywhere. Reservations works that way. You go in and then you reserve the whole slot, and you pay for the price from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight, for example. So you block that whole time slot, yeah, and because you already reserved that. So similarly, in reservation basis or reservation bidding here, you are buying impression at fixed cost, and you block that whole slot, or say time, you know, for you to show your ads in. So it's excellent for branding campaigns. And in reservations, there are 2 types of a bidding strategy. You can either use it as a CPM or CPD, the cost per day. CPM is meant for all the other GDN networks. You can even go into that. Or in YouTube masthead, you're going to be charged with cost per day. When it comes to reporting of the performance, okay, it comes to reporting, you want to see how many people actually view those ads. Those, for example, the masthead, for example, you have to liaise and contact your Google reps that you initially have contacted to reserve the spot, and they will provide you with all the details in terms of the impression, the number of clicks, you know, and the kind of demographics that they are exposed to and stuff like that. Are you clear on this? Just for the Google masthead. And one of the tools that is available in reservations basis is the OSI, on schedule indicator. Now this is not everybody going to use this tool. Yeah, OSI. What it means is it's a % likelihood the campaign will deliver all impression book. Likelihood the campaign will deliver all impression book. So this tool is where I will use this tool to understand that how many impressions, you know, I'm going to receive for this X amount of time if I'm going to be engaged in the reservation pricing model. Let's say I were to reserve this slot, okay, how much impression that I'm most likely going to receive. So it's like a predictive technology, yeah, to predict how many impressions you're going to receive if you were to reserve X amount of days for the masthead, for example, right? Yes, there will be a question on OSI. I personally have not used OSI for my campaigns yet because it's not something that we normally use. It's seldom that advertisers, only selective guys who really have clients that want to advertise on YouTube premium page, right? It's like the premium of the most premium of all the sites here, of all the other placement sites. Like as compared to the newspaper advertising, how much does it cost if you want to advertise on the first page on the newspaper? You know the newspaper? Let's say the brand Straits Times News, Straits Times. You know the whole page, let's say I want to advertise my face there. Google Ignite program, join now, then I show my face with every one of you crying, something like that. Okay, if I want to advertise that, how much does it cost me? The premium, that's a premium, right? Because everybody passerby just walk, they saw the ads, correct? How much does it do? How many of you know the price for that premium space? First page on newspaper, on the front page. Any guess? 5,000. Now let me share with you. If you advertise on newspaper, the quarter page ads, you take one page, you divide by 4, that is a quarter. Say a quarter page ads. The newspaper, divide by 4, put a quadrant there. So the corner quarter, that quarter will cost you about 7,000 for 3 days. You can sign a package, not too much as well, but it's about 7,000. Okay, I'll give you 2 more days, 5 days for 7,000 ringgit. So that's how advertisers work. Whereas the front page of newspaper, it would take you about 200 to 250,000. 200 to 250,000 for a couple of days. Maybe perhaps they bundle up with some TV airtime or stuff like that. Yeah. So any one of you want to become advertisers, you get commission from there, you know. Okay, now, but again, newspapers, yes. Newspapers, there's newspapers, but online, it works similarly. In this case, the YouTube masthead, we actually reserve that. That's the premium space, yeah. All right, let's move on here. There's a tool in GDN. There's a video tool, yeah, that is used to target specific categories of videos that you can use. Let's say, for example, you want to target you have a event, yeah, you have an event and you want to I would say choose the right hotels and stuff like that. You're going to, those hotelers might want to run campaigns on GDN to advertise on event sites to show, and this is the tool that you're going to use to actually show sites, to target sites for specific categories of videos. Yeah. Alright, so let's come to this next point here. It's called YouTube True Video. I mentioned about True Video. What is True Video? Previously I mentioned about it. True Video in-stream ads enable advertisers to reach users while they engage with videos. You only pay when users choose to skip your ad. Now in True View family of ads or True View videos family, yeah, there are 2 types. One is in-search. In-search True View, or also being called as in-display True View. The second one is in-stream. Okay, let me explain what's the difference here. Whatever you have seen on YouTube, you might want to apply. So from today onwards, you know the term that has been described. Now, in-search, what it means is that you will find a video on the search engine, the engine of YouTube itself. You see this? When someone types a keyword on YouTube, it shows a list of videos that is relevant, related to that search query, yes? So, when an advertisers put up the video on that results page on YouTube, that is being called as True View in Search. Are you following me? Yeah, it's quite straight here. Now, the advertisers will only pay when someone chooses to watch your video, right? So if they choose not to watch, they won't pay. Right. The next one is in-stream. True view in-stream. What it means that the user watched 30 seconds or to the end for shorter videos. It's like the ones that you saw that you can skip. Right? You have a choice to skip for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, you skip. If you skip, you're not interested, then you will not be charged. The advertisers will not be charged. You definitely won't be charged. You enjoy watching those videos. So, how many types of true view videos here? 1 or 2? 2, right? In search or in stream. Take note of the terminologies here. There might be questions that talks about the types of true view in search, when the users will have to pay and stuff like that. Alright, now this particular slide is a slide that is available yesterday from the last yesterday presentation. I bring it forward here about mobile app install here. You have a choice to choose the kind of campaign that you want to. Let's say for example you're an advertiser, you want to promote your apps, yeah? So in GDN, you have a choice. Yep, looking at what's your goal. If your goal is to actually get the apps, increase number of apps downloads with ads sending people directly to the App Store, then these are the following campaign style that you should go for. Display, AdWords for video, or search. It's quite straightforward here. Now, take note of here. If you want to show ads for your website exclusively in mobile apps, the campaign type that you should go for is the display network. Right? MC goes with the mobile app engagement here. Now, there will be a question that talks about how you're going to encourage people, to tell people about your apps in the form of image ads, and you want to put it up across, you want to get people to come to your website, but you want to target typically mobile apps. So this is where you have to look at what are the goals that you're going to achieve and which is the type of campaign setups that would ideally work for the advertisers. Alright, a couple of best practices that I would like to talk about before we take a short break. Okay, first is the click to play. Now the definition for click to play is that the user must click to start playing the video. So focusing on the openings image. Now there's a best practice for it. You have to use an eye-catching image on the opening. You have to encourage them to click those videos. Yeah, the others are listed down there. Now for keywords, one of the best practices for keywords is that you want to optimize your video ads. One of the best practices is to use comments and text. You place it together in the descriptive and the tagging those videos. You use keywords such as that. Yeah, and categories. You can use categories, the AdWords for video, to select what type of video categories that you like to choose. And do take note of the traffic may fluctuate as user behavior changes here. Now, one question I have for you. The behavior of video search versus a traditional search behavior. Is it same or no? It's not the same. Yeah, the behavior of or the audience that consume when they are searching on video is not the same. Yeah, in search it's a little bit more specific here. Let's dive into the scenario questions, but before that, let's take a short break before we come back and we will talk about all these questions. Before you all go, a couple of things here I would like you to ask Sean. Right, so let me see. Next couple of minutes about the kind of questions that you should look into in terms of the YouTube questions, YouTube advertising video for AdWords questions, and even advertising on mobile. Yeah. So let's get started. First question: video search behavior is different from traditional search behavior. True, false? True. All right. It's correct, true. So mark that down. If an advertiser chooses to run ads in image or video format, what will Google do? Read the question. Now, this kind of question is a giveaway. You should be very clear on this type of question. Advertisers choose to run an image or video formats, what will Google do? Display on search network? True, false? False. How about B, display on the Google display network? Yes, it's a very straightforward answer here, yeah? Next question. John is an advertiser concerned the traffic fluctuations from his campaign he created from AdWords for video. Which is the reason why traffic fluctuations may have occurred for this campaign video? Is it A, video user behavior has changed on videos or channel being targeted? True or false? False, are you sure? How about B, quality score of the campaign has increased? C, there is an increase in search performed on Google on keywords that John has placed bids. D, John's search campaign hits the daily budget. To read the question again here, she's an advertiser and is concerned of the traffic that is repetitively going up and down. That's what fluctuation means, yeah? Fluctuates from his campaign that he created for AdWords for video. So, one of the key reasons why your traffic fluctuates up and down, increase and decrease over a period of time, it's one of the reasons is due to the behavior is changing. Right? Next question here. An advertiser who wants to target specific categories of video content on GDN should do what? This guy wants to target on specific categories of video. What this advertiser should do? C? No, this person actually want to run video advertising, want to do video ads, yeah, on video categories. So to find out what categories that is good to put up their video ads, what tool this advertiser should do? Remember, AdWords for video. I talk about AdWords for video, whereby you use this AdWords for video tool to actually find categories of video that is contextually relevant for us and advertisers to start targeting it. Next question. An advertiser is running video ads on placement targeted campaign. Recently, the play rate for the video ads has decreased. To understand if the decreased play rate is due to the same user seeing the ad repeatedly and therefore not watching the video again, what should the advertiser do? What should he or she do? He wants to see this behavior on placement targeted campaign. Where do you find out the performance about placement targeted campaign? Where? Yes. No. Actually, you have to run the reach and frequency report, not placement performance report, because we are dealing with they are using placement targeted, but this video ads, people who play, has decreased. Okay, to know the action taken, you have to look at the reach, how many people saw it, and how many times these people has been shown that particular ad, yeah? Placement reporting is where you look at what sites this ad is being shown, what conversion, that happens on that targeted sites and so on, yeah? Next question here. Auction bidding is a concern for advertisers using reservations because these placements are available at the fixed price. True or false? True or false? False. Are you sure? Now, CPD, cost per day, reservation, it's a fixed price. It is a fixed price, yeah? Bear that in mind. When advertisers using reservations, because this placement is available at a fixed price. Remember the YouTube masthead? Yeah, it's being charged by CPD model, cost per day. And it's a fixed price. Take it or leave it kind of agreement. Next question here. an advertiser is running a placement targeted campaign on YouTube and is consistently reaching the daily budget for the campaign. The advertiser is also receiving conversions at the desired cost per conversion. Based on this information, the advertiser should do what? Decrease CPC bid, target specific demographic, increase campaign budget, or decrease campaign budget. What should this advertiser do? Now, reread again this question. This guy is running a campaign on YouTube using placement targeting and is consistently reach his daily budget. He put $100 max out, put $200 max out. But take a note, the other point here, the advertiser is also receiving conversion at the desired cost per conversion, meaning to say he is actually getting the number of conversion, meaning to say he has profits here. At the same time, his daily budget is also maxed out. So it's a good ROI for this advertiser. Next question is, what should he do? What should he do? If he wants to receive more conversion, what should he do with the daily budget? Increase? Because it's no loss, yes? It's a positive ROI. Right? So these are some of the so-called scenario-based marketing questions. Unlike in academic field where they just ask you to define certain terminologies, yes? Unlike those kind of questions, this is given a scenario, you have to visualize it, assuming you are the advertisers, what should you do? So read and understand the objective of the question for you to answer this. Next question, in order to run image or video ads in AdWords, a campaign must be targeting what? Yes, if you get this wrong, don't say you come from my class, okay? This is, if you want to go into video and image, definitely you have to go to GDN. Next question here. Which video ad format does CPV pricing applies to? Remember CPV previously? It applies to what? True view? Exactly. Right, again, this question is to emphasize on the fundamentals I've explained previously on the presentation to ensure that all of you understand what is true view. Yeah? Next question here. Where do majority of AdWords ads appear on YouTube? Where? On YouTube. The place where there's a lot of impression. Yes. Watch page. Not home page. The watch pages. Watch pages. Take note of that. It's not the home page of YouTube normally, because people sometimes they have their own profile on YouTube, yes? You log into your Gmail to view, and the moment you log in, you have your own feeds, yes? Your feeds and your other history records and stuff. So there's this page there, the engine that you have, that is called the watch pages. Go and read a little bit about watch pages, yeah? Just before the exam. Now, next question here. Ads on YouTube are bought and sold on an auction basis as well as on reservation basis. At what? Yes. Refer back to my notes, the one I've explained how this pricing model is being designed. It is actually, you have to pay a fixed rate, varies by placement and country. Yeah? Next question. Best practice for selecting keywords with a true view in-display campaign is to consider using other YouTube user tags for keywords. True or false? Meaning you want to put up a video, one of the best practice to get your video found is to use some tags as keywords. True? That's what the question means, yeah? So again, visualize the question, don't get tricked by the definitions, or understand what's the objective, why the question is being created, what is the outcome here, yeah? Next question, advertisers can target YouTube homepage on mobile device via AdWords. YouTube homepage on mobile device. Now, I spoke about YouTube homepage, right? The masthead. Now, that is on a typical desktop and laptop setting. Whereas on mobile, due to the limited space, yeah, and other structures, yeah, and other requirements, you are not be able to put up a masthead yet. Soon it might be, but for now, it's not. Yeah. Next question. In terms of number of queries, YouTube is number one. The 10 largest search engine on the web. True or false? Alright, it's a giveaway. Next question, an advertiser who purchased YouTube homepage masthead ad pays a what? Fixed cost per day. But cost per day have two. That's determined by an auction or without auction. Yes, take note, in masthead, you actually entering that space, you are not competing with any other advertisers because you are putting it, is using reservation basis. It's by reservation. So there's no other competition. That is why the price would be slightly different from buying space like in GDN or in search network. Okay, so it's a fixed cost per day determined by placement of the country. Next question here. Alright, take a look at here, this guy over here, Adwords advertisers promoting release of a film, French film, and he wants to advertise on YouTube. The film is entirely in French with no subtitles. The advertisers is already promoting the film heavily in France through a traditional advertising campaign, but wants to ensure that the online ads reach the most relevant YouTube audience. What target option would be the best for this scenario? What target option? Not target option here. What is the thing that he should select? A. Select language targeting options for campaign containing the ads for the film. B. Change the Adwords account language setting to French during setup. Is B true or false? Doesn't sound right, yes? How about C? Target specific YouTube localized domain. C. Manage the placement. Now, what you can do here, if you want to advertise on YouTube and this is entirely French movie with no subtitles, ideally the audience would be who? French, yes? The advertiser is already promoting the film heavily in France on traditional, meaning to say whatever you search, they already see offline. And most of the time we understand the behavior of the consumers, whatever they see on online, traditional, conventional advertising, whatever they see on billboards, magazine, newspapers, whatever they have seen, sometimes they go back. That particular user will still continue to search. And this is where you can actually select language targeting options on the campaign itself containing ads for the film. So you choose that. Next question here. Advertisers want to display ads on YouTube. They recreate a campaign show on managed placement within AdWords. So question is this: what process does these advertisers need to follow for the ad to be eligible to appear on YouTube? He will choose using managed placement to place his image ads, okay, on YouTube. So what is the next step that he should do? Create 160 by 600 ad. True or false? False. B. Select specific user generated content or UGC on YouTube. Or C. Select YouTube or specific sections within YouTube. All you have to do right now is to select within the YouTube site. Okay, you have to choose. Yeah, using managed placement is yes, it's good, but you need to choose. Okay, I want to select youtube.com, and then I need to select what kind of a topics related in YouTube that he wants the ads to appear. Yeah. Next question: click to play video. What's the best practice? What's the best practice? Before they click, what entices people to click? One beautiful lady smiling and says, "Click me." Yeah, they might work actually. Yeah, advertisers love to do that kind of thing, play with emotions and psychology. Talk to the psychologists, right? True? Do you use humans when you put up a banner, a picture, real humans, or you put cartoons? Which will convert better? Real humans, right? Real humans that are smiling. So if your audience is grandma, you put someone like me, yes? Some of you really got no sense of humor. Okay, so take note, you have to balance it out, right? But most importantly is you have to have a call to action on the opening image. Tell them what you want them to do here. There's a link there that talks about click to play video on your slides there. Do read that out. That's a tip for you. Next question. Advertisers might choose to advertise on YouTube if their goal is what? They choose YouTube to advertise because of what? A. Reach mobile user. B. Target specific demographic using sound or motion. Yes, definitely. So the keyword here is sound and motion. I mentioned and talked about that previously. Next question. What type of video ads can be created with AdWords for video? AdWords for video. What are the families we're talking about here? It's a big family, you know, in AdWords for video. And that family is called what? Yes, TrueView ads. TrueView video ads. With TrueView in-stream and advertisers, how does that particular advertisers pay? B. Watch at least 30 seconds. Yes, that's the answer. Not the first one. After the viewer sees 5 seconds, that is a different model. Do take note, in TrueView, context here is that you are only paying by, to the viewers who are really interested to watch the videos. Yeah, that's the beautiful part of it. Yeah. By the way, do you know how much does Google charge for TrueView video ads, those skippables? If you were to watch, you know how much the advertisers will pay? You think it's expensive? You'll be shocked. Yeah, you'll be shocked. It's less than 20 cents. Yeah, less than 20 cents. Wow. Then that's me, just let them play lah, let them play. Then they will have invalid video impression or invalid video watches. Some new terminologies come out, right? Not really lah, don't do that to them lah, right? It might be you know. Yeah, so what I'm trying to point out here is, but the price might fluctuate based on different segments of interest, yeah? Financial might be more expensive, you know, maybe perhaps other smaller niche hobbies might be cheap. But what my point is this, the cost of CPV, cost per view, it's relatively quite not as expensive as the huge cost that you're going to put up for display. Okay, let's move on our last set of scenario questions. One of you will need to go. I hope that you can enjoy, and let me finish on these sets of questions. Alright, this question, next one. Advertisers can target mobile apps via AdWords. True, false? Can you use AdWords to promote your mobile apps? Yes or no? So, you have mobile apps, I want to market, meaning, you know, you want people to download your mobile app. Maybe they search with smartphones, they saw the mobile app. Can we use AdWords to do that? Be confident. Yeah? Because all of you are already, a lot of you here is AdWords certified already, you know. Indirectly, you know. Yes, you should be able to advise me. So many consultants in front of me right now. So think like one, yeah, think like one. Next question, regarding advertising metrics, auction-based reports can be reviewed by logging into AdWords, and reservation-based reports can be reviewed by whom? By whom? Who can actually update you the reservation-based reports? Like, for example, a YouTube masthead, you want to get all these feedbacks. Who will give you that update? Google? Who do you call? Who do you call? Yeah, the representative, yes? It's not anyone else. Next question, OSI. What does OSI means? What does OSI means? Any answer? D. Predicted time when campaign will deliver all impressions. True, false? True, false? False. How about B? Percent likelihood the campaign will deliver all clicks book. Okay, let me recap what is OSI here, right? It's a tool on reservation basis, yes? Whereby it's a predictive tool here, whereby that tool can actually tells you how many impressions you're able to receive when you reserve the spot, right? So what does it mean here? Is the likelihood the campaign will deliver all impressions book. Whatever you have booked, you have reserved, what is the kind of impression that Google is able to deliver, guaranteed? And you are paying a premium as well. Right, so it's a tool here, website. Don't get this wrong. Refer back to the notes. I talk about this on the first page. And let's get moving here. Next question here. Which is the best type of campaign for an advertiser to use in order to target a set of mobile apps with ads for their website? Specific mobile apps with ads and they want to push to their website. C. Ads. Well, how you know? Oh, just now have. Well, you look at the answers from the presentations that I did. Yes, it's correct. But for more accurate answers here, please read about mobile apps where actually you can advertise. For what type of campaign you can choose from. At least I'm giving you a shortcut here for you to read here directly promoting your mobile apps. This is everything you need to understand on mobile apps. Right, mobile apps install and all that stuff is available here. Okay, the link is inside the notes. Right, let's jump to the next one. And wow, we have come to the end of our advanced display advertising examination prep. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to end for these questions. But after that, I would like to answer any questions that you might have, and I'm going to share you a little bit about preparing your exams for tomorrow, right? So, Bilal, yeah, thank you very much, and give yourself a big hand.